TexasBigStar Live with your host, Brian B. Barrett.
Hello and welcome to Texas Big Star Live. I'm your host, Brian B. Barrett. Today is June 10th, and we are broadcasting from the fabulous Horny Toad Bar Grill right here in Cranfills Gap, Texas, where anything and everything is possible, just depends on the day. Isn't that right?
Pretty much.
To my right, your left is one of our folks that's going to be with us, I think, all day, Dr. Barry Fikes. Barry, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Brian. I very rarely do I get introduced as Dr. Barry Fikes.
Well, it's only because it's written right here for me.
I've been that for like 20 years now, and it still makes me laugh. I laugh every time somebody says it.
It's like when they call me Mister.
That's kind of same.
I just kind of go, Really? Who came in?
Yeah, where's Dad?
Dad? Gentlemen, really? Who came in? Well, and also today's international guest, it's going to be with us in about an hour or so, Anna Terrell. She is in the UK and is at a festival, and we're going to hopefully get some footage of that. Hopefully, if it all works out right, we're going to get some footage of that. There's going to be Morris dancing there.
What exactly is Morris dancing?
Well, I'm thinking it's something akin to clogging, but I could be wrong. I'm going to keep an open mind and act as if I've never. I know some people named Morris, and in fact, my mother's maiden name is Starton, but her mother was a Morris.
Oh, so you may be related to these people.
Could be, yeah. It is. It's a very English last name, and so I'm going to assume it's something like that, but. It's going to be a surprise for everybody.
I'm not sure I've ever seen you dance.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I'm not going to be doing any Morris dancing.
Oh.
Anna, she's at this festival, and apparently there's Morris dancing that's going on. It's all hype. It's like a big party picnic festival, and we're going to learn more about it. And for those of you joining us by chat, welcome, Texas Desert Rat, Stephanie Jones, music, of course, Hushy Love. Hushy Love's our friend from Norway. I believe Stephanie's over in, I want to say Washington State. I could be wrong. Stephanie, Florida, that's completely the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Wow, what part of Florida is Stephanie? Because Florida's kind of warm right now, and my mom's side of the family is from Pensacola. So
hurricane season officially started in Florida June 1.
Get out.
Yeah.
So 9 days ago.
Yes. I didn't know if you knew that or not.
I did not know that.
I just read it today.
June 10th. Interesting things that happened on June 10th historically.
How's it going?
Hey, hi, Jake. Come on in.
I was just coming over to say hi because the one thing that I always forget to say every time we start a show is it takes practice, but whenever because she's just Naples. Florida.
Oh, yeah.
See, but the weird part is you go, hey, where are you from, doing what? So, and here's a question for Twitch, and then you get to talk about something else for about a minute while everyone else catches up on Twitch because they have a delay.
Oh.
So,
So what I'm gonna do is talk slower.
Or you could do that.
Sniper 2-0, thank you. That Nightbot guy. Man, he's
great.
on it every time.
He's without fail. He's here.
See, I can't read any of that.
From the middle of a field in England.
Really? Sniper 2-0 is watching from the middle of a field in England.
We're going to have someone on from England, like you probably heard.
Yeah, Anna Terrell.
Yeah.
So today, June 10th, gentlemen, a lot of folks don't know this, but in 1950, 1950, Ben Hogan won the 50th Open.
United States Open.
Yeah, the U.S. Open.
Outstanding.
And it was in Pennsylvania. Ben Hogan also, here we go, here's an important part. Where's Ben Hogan from? Where was he from?
Fort Worth, Texas.
Dublin, Texas.
Oh, was he?
Really?
Ben Hogan.
Really?
Dublin, Texas, obviously home of the fantastic and fine, friendly folks at Dublin Bottling Works. Barry, have you been there?
Yes, I have. It's an outstanding facility.
Help yourself to a Dublin.
Okay.
Yeah,
Really?
by all means. Oh, yeah. By all means.
What's your favorite?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Understood.
I have not had anything that I went, ooh. It all takes me on a
You're talking about this right here?
any of them. I mean, there's
Oh,
some more
okay.
back here.
Okay.
Yeah, we got some more.
They all take me on a taste sensation roller coaster.
Sure.
Root beer is awesome. There's vanilla cream soda. There's like a blueberry. There's a ginger ale. Last week's frou berry surprised me big time.
No, I want the vanilla
Really?
cream.
No, dude, I'm serious. I went
The
that
fruit. Wait. Scott had one of those.
frou berry.
Yeah.
I kind of went anything with the name frou on it, but it was
It was fabulous.
really good.
You know, I'm going to have the vanilla cream since next week is, Father's Day.
Yep.
And my dad loved cream soda. So I'm going to have this in his honor
That's awesome.
Here you go.
That's
or
awesome.
his memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you will not be disappointed. The fine folks at Dublin Bottling Works, they make incredible stuff, and they're coming out with some new flavors real soon that we're going to be sharing with you as soon as they put them in a bottle. I know what they are, but we're not going to let them out of the bag yet. As soon as they bottle them.
Do they still do tours there?
They do tours. Yes,
I
indeed.
mean, like anytime, or do you have to schedule it?
No, you show up during their operating hours, and they'll, if there's like 3 of you, they'll go, great, we'll have a tour for you in 10 minutes. Boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Big groups, school groups, small groups. Hey, eat these fries if you want them. Like, have you been eating
That's
them? Very good.
not as fun. It's not as fun as me communicating behind your back with our audience that I'm trying to eat these as quietly and as sneakily as possible.
Your chin whiskers have really grown since.
They have, and the problem is this is okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck's going on over here, but it's just not. It's not
temple
happening.
growth?
No, yeah, it's not making it both ways. This way's okay. and that way not so
Temple
much.
growth takes a while to.
It's like a regressive gene. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Problem is that I know that.
No, regressive.
Are you asking the doctor if he used the correct word?
No, I meant regressive.
questions the doctor.
Me.
I think we can X
But
out
his
the
name
doctor.
is Doctor.
Nobody puts Barry in a
Fikes.
corner.
Nobody puts Dr.
Even
Fikes
though we
in the corner.
put him on the corner of the table, but
Well, I guess we did put you on a corner.
man,
You did.
these don't taste as good whenever you told me to eat them.
Is there?
They tasted better when I was stealing them.
Oh, is this twist?
It's a twisty, yeah.
There we go.
You know what you may want? Well, you got ice in there, though, don't you?
Yeah, it's water.
Wait,
there.
that's water?
Yeah. That is superior.
I have no
It
idea
is
what you guys
yummy.
are talking about.
Man, we were just talking about June 10th. That was
I just said I wanted to know what you were talking
Okay.
about. I just said it.
Can I get
you were just stating the obvious.
just I was back behind you guys
Yeah.
doing something that's a little ritual that happens most Saturdays. Is that there'll be somebody back there that somebody else thinks that needs to be on our show. And the
Oh,
reason
yeah.
why we do this at this time during lunch is so that people who randomly show up can randomly be on the show, and that's like intentional randomness.
Yes.
And it's funny because you never know who you're going to get.
Thank you.
But so I was back there talking to some guys. One guy said the other guy definitely need to be on there. He's a musician,
Yeah.
and he was going to be on it, and then he wasn't.
Well, till he wasn't.
That happens a lot. Because people are like, nah. And so it's interesting because part of the plan is to capture people like that. And when it happens, it's pretty fun. But a lot of people don't know how often we almost got somebody you really would have enjoyed seeing.
Yeah.
But they chicken out. Because we it's all last minute.
This is all, and it's live. Have we mentioned this live? You never
we
know.
live?
Yeah.
I thought this was a dress rehearsal.
This. Well, you came dressed.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of, that reminds me, I used to have a shirt kind of like the same color, well, a black and tan, but I need to find it, and it's
I think
pretty
you
awesome.
gave it to me. You gave me
I
this.
may have. You reminded me of something. July 8th, there's a luau right here at the Horny Toad Bar and Grill.
I'm ready for it.
July 8th. Last week, was it last week was the shrimp and crawfish boil?
Yeah, I think so.
Pig. I think they are going to actually roast an entire pig.
That's what they do. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty sure,
Of course, in the Carolinas, it's called a pig picking.
Oh,
Yeah. And I think they bury it in the ground in tinfoil and heat it like.
I don't know how they actually do it. I just know
Not
that
on
I've
a
heard them
spittle.
talking about previous years doing a full pig.
Yeah.
So, the other thing I was going to tell you is that when we're trying to intentionally capture people coming in for lunch, there's always a certain uncertainty that all of us deal with because you don't know who you're going to be talking to or how that's going to go.
You don't know what's...
Yeah. But here's the thing. In contrast to that, the moment I told everybody that Dr. Fikes was going to be on today's show, absolutely everybody basically did a little cheer. Like, that was obviously a good idea in everybody's mind. So
I'm honored.
He's talking about people that knew you.
Who was cheering?
You didn't ask these guys back here.
not those guys.
Hey,
They don't
Dr.
know.
Fikes
I
is...
thought the bikers that I waved at on the way in were the ones cheering, but no.
I think they were looking at you in that outfit. It's not your stereotypical biker.
I should have worn my do-rag. Kind of a.
You can make that work.
That would have been a cross-cultural look.
Actually, not so much. I've seen a lot of bikers coming here with some interesting shirts on and do-rag,
Well, that's true.
making a statement.
I have
Right.
a lot of do-rags. I don't have a motorcycle, though.
You look like you should have one, though.
You know why I don't?
Why
Because
not?
there are one-eyed people out there driving and texting.
Yes.
I just don't think that's a good combination.
You need to tell people why you said that because not everybody. It's not obvious. Okay.
Oh, because I only have the one eye.
Do you know how many people we have on
Wait,
the
Barry.
show?
Barry, you got to do that again.
One more time.
Over on the other camera. There we go.
There we go. Just
I thought you were
one.
trying to get the sound of the tapping because it's pretty loud.
I
We'd have to
noticed
get-
you. I noticed you tried to track with it.
Is he actually hitting his eyeball?
Is it live or is it Memorex?
Hitting his eyeball.
I was saying that we've had a fairly high percentage of people on this show with one eye.
Really?
I mean, when you think about it, Vance has one.
Oh,
Ray
That's
Lee
right.
has one.
That's right.
Barry has one.
And they all sit right there.
Maybe it's that chair.
you know, in my hometown of Richland Springs, which is about the size of Cranfills Gap.
Home of the championship coyotes.
Well, that's true, but I'll get to
Wanna
that in a
put that
minute.
in
But
there.
here's an interesting note: there are 4 of us who have single vision. Okay, I was born blind in that eye, but these other guys, through different accidents, lost their eye. But 4 of us have, prosthesis eyes, prosthetic eyes.
Yeah.
And I have performed weddings for 2 of those guys. Think about the odds of that. I mean, it
That's
just seems strange to me.
Yeah,
because-
I mean, it's a small town, so the odds are.
So standing there with the bride and groom and me, there were 4 good eyes with 3 people. I just thought that's just funny stuff.
You need my keys? That does. You didn't say huevos, did you?
Did you see?
Need what?
What? Are we live?
Yeah. Do you see what they got on the screen?
Looky there.
I
know those guys.
It's that video thing we did.
Yes.
They're moving kind of slow.
Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing.
Oh,
That's
there
you.
he is. There he is.
I'm glad I didn't have that shirt on today.
Did you burn that shirt?
Not yet, but
It's a good looking shirt, except you just kind of got tired of it.
I think they're going to put it in the trophy case.
Is that what it is?
It's cool.
There he is, some more of him. Yeah.
I'm still bald.
Yeah.
Sorry, this video is loading super slow. Who's
Yeah.
that?
Who's that, Barry?
Cody Party. He is one of the guys that just has one eye.
Really?
I kid you not.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't hear what he's saying.
But he's not married. I haven't done his wedding yet.
Right. So he's yet
Wait,
another person.
I can.
Maybe.
We could do.
No, we're not doing it. We don't need audio.
Okay, sad day.
Cody Party. He just graduated. What a great kid.
Oh, wow. So he's not coming back.
No.
All right.
He's going to Angelo State.
Did you see what Texas Rat said? Desert Rat.
People are bald. So.
What's that?
Coolest people
Oh.
are bald.
See, I can't even. Yeah, it's starting to kind of tune in a little bit. I can see it now. Shaves head.
Old guys reading text messages from afar.
That's it.
That's riveting stuff,
It
man.
is. Squinting.
Why don't they make billboards anymore?
What don't they?
What's with all these ads?
So who do we got on today? I haven't seen the chat boards too much. We got Stephanie. We got
Desert
Tex.
Rat, who was born in San Angelo, BT Dubs. And Hushy Love has been here, but he's been rather hush. I haven't seen much. Jake could probably chime in a little better as far as Hushy's whereabouts. I think he mentioned being outside because it was really, really warm for Norway.
Oh, really?
today. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like
There he is.
There he is.
it's like 70 degrees. It's really nice outside.
Sounds pretty awesome.
That's a heat wave for them. It's going to melt the polar caps.
So what's your ethnic background? Now, I'm a fourth Norwegian. Now, a lot of people around here are Norwegian.
I think it's primarily German.
Really?
On both sides.
All right.
Yes. But that may be up for dispute. You know, the whole genealogy thing,
Yeah.
it really began popular in the 70s, mid-70s, and my dad just said, we don't want to look too far back. So I followed his advice and
Let's not look.
haven't done that. But I am like 5th or 6th or maybe 7th generation Texan.
I think I mentioned this before. I think everybody who does that blood test thing,
Uh-huh.
it's uncanny how many people they're like, "Hey, I'm Irish." Like, there's something in the
Really?
test that he just defaults. You're half Irish to start with.
Well, I know I am. Part Irish, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because of well, anyway, I think I went through this way back when. The Barretts came over with the Norman conquest of Ireland.
Uh-huh.
And with William the Conqueror, we were part of the army. You know, we had money or something. We had men and cattle, and we had stuff, and we put together.
You brought cattle?
We were mercenaries. Well, you know,
You had your own fiefdom.
It's like, hey, I'm going to pick 4 or 5 people. Apparently, the Barrett clan said, hey, we're going to invade Ireland from France, and
Yeah.
so we moved from France to Ireland. There's still a Barrett castle there, but then I got mixed in with the Creek Indian with
You have
my
like
mom's
a-
side of the family.
Do you have like a crest, family crest?
There is. I did research that, and it's the coat of arms is white and red stripes, avec du lions.
How cool.
So, but it changes depending on who you talk with. I did see a picture of one that a guy said, and he was in Ireland, and said this has been passed down from generation, and it looked legit, and it has, you know. It's spelled differently, though. Sometimes Barrett's not 2 R's and 2 T's. Sometimes it's a little bit different. That's all I got.
Texas Rat said he drove the all-Army boxing team, the Irish one. And they said everybody in America claims to be Irish.
Good fighters.
Yeah, they are. Drinkers, too.
Yes.
I just read an article. This Irish guy, he was talking about observations from being in the U.S. for a while, and he doesn't drink. And he was complaining about every conversation starts off like, they drink. And he's like, well, I don't. And then that's the conversation from then on. Like he hates talking about it because everybody fights him because he has to drink if he's Irish. He's like, that's not fair.
So he's a fighter then.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I mean, I did the same thing when I was in England.
Into one of those stereotypes.
Sounds to me like he's a quitter. I'm not about a fighter.
Ouch.
Good grief.
I was. Have you heard my story about in England? I mean, there's like 5 people have heard this, so apologies to them. But this is kind of interesting. We were actually in England when Margaret Thatcher stepped down.
Oh.
And from a strange turn of events, through some friends, Miriam and I were in the basement bar of the House of Parliament the night before they voted for John Major. So the entire world is outside with their cameras and their lights and the reporters standing around the Parliament late at night talking about all the deliberations that are going on inside of that building about who's going to be the next prime minister. Miriam and I are in the basement with a bunch of MPs, and all they were talking about is why I didn't drink. We were in a bar, and I didn't drink, and they were like completely mesmerized by the fact that I didn't drink. And I was like, shouldn't you guys be talking about something more important? They're like, we all know who we're voting for. Now, why don't you drink? And they kept saying it was because I was from the Bible Belt. And I was like, not really. It's just, but it was the strangest thing ever because these old dudes, supposed to be changing the fate of history, Yeah, it is before I went to Spain. So
Before you
that,
went to Spain.
that changed.
Red wine.
You
Red
picked
wine took
yourself
over.
up
Red
a
wine
monkey,
after.
didn't you?
But I mean, is it strange? I mean, people get hooked on these stereotypes, and they will not let them go.
That's true.
Yep.
So, what are the stereotypes about Texas?
For everyone
Stephanie?
online. Yeah.
Hushy.
Dylan, you're from Texas, right?
There's some other people on there that
were
are
born
on
in
chat.
Dallas?
Shoot us some stereotypes.
Arlington.
Arlington, is that part of Texas?
Oh, so but he's saying Arlington
JB,
is
where are
a
you from?
stereotype.
Oh, JB, were you born in Clifton? JB was born in Clifton.
Just down the road.
Clifton,
He's like
Texas.
real close to his
just
Stephanie
down the
Jones,
road.
Cowboys, cowboy hats and guns. Well, I
We
guess
have
that
all
kind
of
of
those
works,
things.
doesn't it?
You know,
True.
All of those
But
things.
there's nothing incorrect
Oil
about
wells.
that.
Oil
wells, yeah.
Cattle.
Yeah, we did.
Not
Yeah.
everybody in Texas has a gun, but most
Hey.
people I know have one.
Right.
Hey,
Several.
Matt,
Yeah.
Several.
tell them what we did on, I guess it was Friday. No, it's Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, I don't want to tell them what we did on Thursday. That freaks some people out.
No.
Why don't you tell people what we did on Thursday?
No, I'm good. I'm going to go get some food.
We had a
Thursday?
friend that we work with in the film industry who likes to shoot guns, and he owns a lot of them. And so most of the time, if you're a city folk, if you live in the city, if you want to shoot your guns, you have to go to a range, right? And pay a lot of money. And then there's a lot of restrictions and rules you have to follow to shoot your guns when you're doing that for good reason, because
Right.
you don't want to get shot and you don't want to accidentally shoot somebody else. So you got to follow the rules.
Right.
Well, that's also less fun to some people. And so one of our friends came down recently and brought a whole bunch of guns because he owns a lot of guns. And we just blew through a ton of. I don't have any idea how much ammo we blew through. But the last time he came down with a friend of his, I think they shot, I think he said like $1,200-$1,400 worth of ammo.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So he came down. We had a good time. Shot some stuff.
Oh
Oh, that's not right.
no! What's
Oh,
sad,
come
sad
on.
news out
Hold
of
on, I gotta
Hollywood,
pull it up.
everybody. Adam West, the star of the '60s hit Batman, has passed away at 88. Adam West.
Can you scroll up?
inspired.
I want to see his
really,
face.
He inspired me.
There
In
he
fact,
is.
we were just watching the Batman cartoons the other day. There's been so many different versions of it, and he's inspired every one of those.
Yeah. You know, I watched a documentary about his life.
Really.
Yeah. It was fascinating. You know, all the stuff that he went through trying to break away from being Batman.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Although, this article talks about one of my favorite roles for Adam
Yeah.
West.
Mayor, Family Guy.
Yep.
It's pretty funny
Mayor.
stuff, man.
He was so great in that because he was just kind of like a crazier version of himself. He just kind of went in. They said that he went into the booth and would just say a bunch of crazy stuff, and they would animate to what he was doing.
So kind of like what we do here.
Except we don't have animators.
Next thing,
If only.
we need we need an animated version of the show. I'm going to think on
I
that.
think I'd pay the extra couple of bucks to make sure Barry was in that lineup.
Oh,
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miriam was saying that more than once my father has been accused of looking like Adam West. And one time,
Yeah. He's just
I forget how many years ago it was. Probably 20 years ago. Maybe more than 20 years ago, we had a party. I forget even the occasion of it, but for whatever reason, it worked out where my mom got a video camera. I'm talking old school video camera, and took a bunch of video of my father in a Batman outfit, like the full thing.
Really?
Full thing, the cape and everything. But this is what's funny, and I wish I had it, because he's like getting clothes out of the dryer, walking on a treadmill, fixing some eggs.
That is so great.
And he really did look kind of like Adam West, so it worked. And my dad's not a small guy; he's like 6'4", so he
Yeah.
had the build for it. It's not
Yes.
like some short fat guy in an outfit. I mean, he looked like Batman, but he's like kind of putting clothes in the dryer.
Oh.
It's pretty funny. I need to find
Yeah.
that.
You do need to find that.
So, Brian, what are we doing a little bit later?
Well, just a little bit later, here in a few minutes, I'm going to scoot down the road hopefully with Jake's phone in hand, to give you guys some live video of what's happening down the street. There are some students, youth group from a local church that are doing car wash, and my kids are all there washing cars. Your vehicle just got washed.
That's good. I like
It looks
that.
mighty, mighty nice. And I'm going to get some footage of that and hopefully interview one of the students that are there about why they're doing this. I think they're raising funds to go to camp, last-minute fundraising for camp, which starts Monday.
That's last minute.
Yeah.
What camp?
I'm going. Don't ask me details.
You don't know.
Yeah, I just know I'm going.
He's getting in a car and then he's
get in
going
and
to.
Yeah, I'm
Get
going
out
to get
where
in the
they stop.
van. I'm going to get in the family truckster with a bunch of other kids. Let me see. I said other kids. Get that?
That's telling.
Telling. And then I'm going to follow. I think it's about 2 hours away. I want to
don't
say
know.
toward Austin.
So, Barry,
Yes.
did you ever help kids raise money for camp?
Almost every year of my life.
That's what I thought.
I'm in like a decade-long reprieve right now, but I mean probably for a solid 40 years.
Yeah.
Kids, right? I know I don't look that old,
No.
but maybe it's more like 30. But
It probably
every
is
year,
40.
I mean, well, probably 40. But yeah, camp, more camp.
So, Hushy, I'm sorry I keep picking on you, buddy. I don't even know if you're listening, but do they do that kind of thing in Norway? I mean, anybody else who wants to chime in, it doesn't have to be just
Are
Norwegian.
you talking going to camp?
You know, I mean, doing fundraisers, kids doing fundraisers to pay for something they want to do as a youth group, or I don't know how it works. I'm honestly have no idea how that works.
Or is it all
in
state
Europe
funded
or
there?
State funded. The government pays for it.
Is it mandatory?
State-funded church camp. Is that what
I
you're
wasn't
saying?
thinking church camp. I'm
Oh,
thinking
just
like certain,
camp.
like German had camp for kids.
Yes, they did. I mean, like, would it be like ski camp or make
There you go.
strudel camp? Or,
you
no,
know.
strudel's German. I'm sorry.
So what kind of camp? Just any kind of camp, like Boy Scout camp, youth camp? Well, I mean, tell us,
Scouts
Hushy.
are worldwide.
They are, but that doesn't mean always. Yeah.
Those groups have to raise money. So it's
Yeah,
much
yeah.
akin to what we do here in the U.S.
Ride polar bears.
And ride polar bears.
We have polar bears, Hushy. I mean, think Desert Rat's making a jump here, but
What's that?
we got. You got to see the. See, anytime it says JTX Desert Rat,
Yes.
there's going to be a smart aleck comment.
Oh,
But funny though, clever, enjoyable, but usually
And where is he? Where's he located?
Desert Rat?
Yes.
He's
West
just,
Texas.
West
yeah,
Texas.
West Texas. I want to
said-
say.
JP
he says
Oh,
he says it's very hot right now in West Texas.
Yeah, he's from San Angelo. But
Oh,
he's-
okay.
he's-
what
yeah,
town are you in, Desert Rat? I
From
keep forgetting.
somewhere.
I keep getting. I got to get it in my head where you actually
He
are.
knows he was coming.
He just
sort of
showed
went
up?
around the background. We're like, who's this guy? I wonder. Because he surprised us.
I wish he was here now.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Barry, you'll have to come back in July.
Oh, he'll be here in July.
He'll be with
Yes.
Hushy and Stephanie and
Midland.
Alfie.
That's what it
Really?
is.
Midland.
Midland.
Oh.
I knew
Yeah,
it was in the
yeah.
neighborhood.
I knew it was near Abilene, within 1,000 miles.
That's
spent
just
a-
right
I
in the
sp-
corner in West
Well,
Texas.
if you say what's within 300 miles of something in Texas, that's close.
That's close.
True. I spent a month 1 week in Midland.
1 week, you spent a month there.
Oh
What'd you
my.
do there?
I don't know. It was. It just. I thought, will I ever get out of here? That's all I was worried about. But I love you, Midland people. Love it,
Do you know who's from Midland? Betsy
Betsy.
Brown.
Oh, huh?
Do you know that? She's a Midland girl.
How about that?
You know who is not from Midland?
You?
Betsy Ross.
Betsy Ross. Betsy Ross.
It's my job to connect the dots, Matt.
You have a special. You have a gift.
You know they say
A
association.
kind of gift.
You know they say making associations like that's one of the higher forms of intelligence.
Speaking of the association,
What they
a
say.
great pop group from the 60s.
Yes.
You ask me if there'll come a time. Remember that?
Yeah.
Never mind, love.
Are they from
Never
Midland?
mind, love. Nope.
Oh, okay.
So what
But you
is
know
the
who
connection?
played in Midland that might and probably was on tour with them? Who played in Midland just about 6 weeks ago? Chicago.
I love Chicago.
Chicago. You met Chicago played in Midland.
What's your favorite Chicago song?
Oh wow.
I think
25 or 64.
I would agree.
They're rocking. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Can you hear? Can
How
you
did we
hear?
get to Chicago?
Yeah.
On a
If
plane.
you head up I-65,
Yeah.
I-24. Let's see, from Nashville,
Yeah.
you make making associations.
We just released a new episode of Barway University. And in one of those little segments, Barry talks about square bells.
Not this Barry, different Barry.
Barry Clower makes a comment about square bells.
Yes.
And your association there was SpongeBob?
Hey,
SpongeBob.
Matt,
What?
nice
Bob
thumbnail.
Corbell.
I like it.
man.
So you like that thumbnail?
I like the thumbnail.
Oh, is this the one?
Oh, yeah.
The one.
This is the one.
Folks, tune in to RYU on Texas
You-
Big
you
Star
gotta-
this week.
This one is one we held on to for a while. We didn't want to start with this one. Yeah.
Barry,
Yeah.
when I was growing up, on TV we'd see the westerns, and in the commercials we'd see images and
not
pictures
younger.
of what a cowboy was to look like, depending on whose version of that it is.
Yeah.
Now, I've as long as I've known you, you've worn pretty much the consistent. You've been very consistent in your, what I would say, your wardrobe choice.
Yes. Yes.
For instance, the same Barry that's sitting right here,
right.
no kidding, will be the same Barry 4 hours from now when it's 101, because we did it yesterday.
Yep. That's exactly right.
It's going to be over 100 degrees out in the field.
Yeah.
Who's going to be running around, working with cattle,
Right.
on horseback,
Right.
sweating.
Yeah.
But yet you're wearing long sleeves here, and it's
Correct.
for right now. We're in the summer months.
Yeah.
Explain that
Yeah.
to people. May go, why can't he wear a T-shirt like
Right.
like the other guy across in the other chair?
Yeah.
Explain that to us.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Jake.
think a lot of it comes from what you said.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if it's a good idea or not.
What's that?
I don't know if Brian's up for it. I really don't. He knows what's the end of this video.
Well, we've got to see it
So
now.
Barry, I can't do this to him. I mean,
I think it'd be
Brian's,
great.
I could do
Brian's
it
a
to him.
friend.
I could do it to him.
Are you up for it?
Oh yeah.
All
You have
right.
to understand. My job is to be both educational and entertaining.
Yeah. Well, so there's this part in this episode. If you've never seen Barway University, you got to check it out because it's educational and entertaining. In this particular one, we talk about how to do things and how not to do things.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure Jake's going to hook us up with the segment where we talk about how not to do things when it comes to dressing
Right.
as a
So this is-
working cowboy.
Yeah, this is part of the show where we say,
Yeah,
you
here
don't-
we go.
You probably don't want to do this.
There we go.
So far, what are you so excited about? Are you finally getting excited about being a cowboy?
Yes.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
a surprise for you.
Oh, wow. Well, I can only imagine.
I'm out here, and we've done the cowboy stuff.
Right. Yeah. I've been
And it's
hoping
been
you'd catch
it's
on.
been
Yeah.
been hard.
Okay. All right. I'm
Don't laugh.
yeah.
I've learned a lot of things, but I'm excited because I have cowboy stuff I want to show you.
Cowboys like saddles,
No,
bits, and
no,
spurs.
no. I have wardrobe. I have wardrobe.
Oh, you've got cowboy clothes.
Yes.
Because I've been wondering. The ball cap and T-shirt. I don't judge anybody on what they want to wear.
Yeah, thank you for that.
But I just.
Yeah.
Well,
I have.
I'm really excited too. I'm excited too. You're finally going to get some cowboy clothes on. That'll be good.
I have to show you.
I'm ready to see them. Let me see them.
Yes.
I'm excited, man. I'm glad. Finally. Something he might be good at. I wonder what he's going to be wearing.
Oh,
That's really exactly what I thought you might think cowboy clothes were.
It's got roses on it.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It's got a pocket.
Well,
Pocket right there.
that would.
I don't know what that's for.
Well, that would come in handy if you needed to carry something in your arm.
What do you do?
Yeah. I know.
I don't usually.
Right. You may be putting a little more out there than what we need to be putting out there, but yeah.
You hate it.
Well, I'm not going to. Hate is a very strong word for you, Brian.
Yes, it is.
So, I dislike it enough to hate it. But, oh, no.
I've got some.
No. You
You're
have
gonna love
more.
this.
How can he top that? Oh, I thought we were getting somewhere with turning him into a cowboy, but I don't know. I can't wait to see. You know, the next thing he walks out of that door in wearing, that's what we're going to work the rest of the day in. And we've got a pretty tough job ahead of us. One that most cowboys don't like.
Here I come.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Well, I tell you what, Brian, I think that is perfect. I'll tell you what.
You like it?
We are going to go. I think that's the perfect wardrobe for you to wear, because we've got about 600 square bales we need to unload and put in the barn. The little hay bales. Square bales.
Square bales.
Yes. And so I believe you are dressed accordingly. You're
I have
protected.
functional wardrobe.
Functional wardrobe.
For the cowboy.
Yes, sir. I think that...
You approve, don't you?
Absolutely. I couldn't wear it. I'm not cowboy enough to pull that off, but I believe you can do it.
So this is the usual cowboy baling hay?
Official approved right there.
Or throwing hay? Would you say squaring hay?
Yeah,
Squaring it up?
that's squaring it up. You bet. Brian, I can really see where you're going with that, but I'm going to tell you something. I think the only problem I have is the coat may be just, the jacket may be a little bit too long, okay? And so I've got a couple of jackets that we might could wear.
You do?
Yeah, I think, if you'd be willing to try them on.
Sure.
All right, looks like you'd try on about anything, so I think
I'll give it a whirl.
All right, sounds good. Let's get it on.
Awesome. Let's go outside and look at these in the sunlight.
Well, they don't look any better out here than they did in there. But whatever you think, I guess this is some hay hauling.
I'm in polyester.
Exactly.
Houndstooth. It just doesn't breathe at all.
No.
Doesn't breathe at all.
Oh.
Woo! You got a cactus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's an embroidered rose. Look at that. It's a dusty, it's a pink dusty rose.
Yep, I understand, but I think it's hay hauling time. Let's go get to work.
Let's haul the hay in polyester.
He's stroking too.
So Barry, what I'm hearing is
So
Oh my.
I apologize. We didn't have that planned out right, because if we had done it right, we would have had a dedicated camera of the facial expressions made by Barry Fikes as he was watching that.
You know, the long coat, it was like the white cowboy version of Prince.
Yes, it is.
Don't you think?
I think so.
Oh, I got that thing at
Definitely.
Goodwill. It's a gothwear company,
And that little-
I think I paid $3 for it or something.
That little dance, was that a preview of what we're going to see in the UK? Is that the Morris dance?
You know, you can only.
Hey, we got her. We got her.
Oh, there
It's
she
I
Anna.
can
is.
only hope so. There's
Anna. Hey, Anna.
Hey, Anna.
Hi. Hello.
Anna, this is Brian, and that is
Hi,
Barry.
Brian.
Hi, Anna.
Hey, good to meet you
Thank
guys.
you for
Look, I
joining
came
us.
prepared.
Oh,
Look at
wow. Where did you come up with that?
Hey, when I was visiting you guys a few years back, I took my souvenir home.
Look at that. She's got a Horny Toad
Great.
koozie.
Wow.
Do we still call them koozies?
Yes.
What do the Brits call those things? Koozies?
Pass. I don't know. I haven't seen many of them around here, so I have to be honest. I'm sheltering in a building because it's actually just started to rain. But I'll give you it. Can I turn the camera around so you can see where I am?
Sure.
Do it.
Okay.
There
we
we
go. So we're in a park. Here it is. It's the Bat Roost.
The Bat Roost.
Oh.
Speaking of Batman.
Okay, so we're in a park here. This is in my hometown where I went to high school.
Hey,
It's raining in
Really?
England, and we're having a kind of a reunion with some school friends in the park and kids, and this is the park. So this is a beautiful green England, and I'm going to go back under the shelter now.
It looks really green there for sure.
Yeah. So so I'm in a town called Wimborne in the southwest of the UK. And I sent Matt some pictures earlier just in case there was no dancing left. So I hope you managed to see those. But there's a folk festival here. It's an annual event this weekend in June. And it's filled with traditional Morris dancing, men in costumes with bells on their legs, beating each other with sticks and handkerchiefs. It's really traditional. So
Once again, we needed an insert.
You had
camera
me
on
at bells
Barry's
on their feet.
beat each other with sticks.
Sounds
like
like beating
ice
each
hockey.
other with handkerchiefs too.
Well, this is true. So I'm going to go and scout around the town shortly, and if I find something worthy of sharing with your viewers, then I will come back. I'll come back and share that with you.
Wonderful.
You are doing.
Wonderful.
I'm so happy to see your face, and yeah. So when you come back, I think it's possible that it may be really kind of loud and crazy wherever you are. So we probably won't have as much conversation. Were you able to get some headphones?
I do. I don't have them in right now, but I'll get them ready for later. Hey, Jake.
Hey, I had to come say hi. It has been
a long time.
a very
A long
long
time. You were in school. Let's not go there. Let's not think about how long ago that was.
No, I did see you when you came to Texas, right?
This is true. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so that would have been what? It was a long time ago. It's really good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I gotta go back
Nice
and
to
switch.
see
You.
Okay,
I'll see you later.
Cool. Nice to see you. Take care, Jake.
So somebody's asking if the bat roost is where you like roast bats. The bat
No,
roast.
it's where the bats breed.
Yeah.
So there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 different kinds of bats here, apparently. So it's just a darkened room so the bats can breed and I guess sleep in the daytime.
Are you a bat
Fly around
fan?
this-
Are you a
Am I
bat?
Batman?
Oh, no, are you a fan of bats? I'm Batman.
Take them or leave them. I don't have particularly strong feelings about bats. I'm not scared of them, but they're not my favorite animal. So
So it's a cat house for bats.
All right, so do me a favor.
Yeah.
Briefly, just a short version. Can you explain to someone who knows nothing about Morris dancers what it is? Just a quick version.
Okay, so basically, if you just think about English greens in May time, June time, the summertime over here in the lush green fields, think about grown men wearing kind of white shirts and white pants with bells around their ankles and on their wrists, and ribbons sewn onto their trousers, flowers in their hair. And it's a lot of jumping and leaping. And there's some dances with hankies, and there's some dances with big wooden sticks. And they kind of click the sticks together and jump and spin around. And I should really, really find some. If they're still doing it, you would appreciate this better in the flesh.
I'm pretty sure it's visually engaging. The real question is why?
Why? So I guess the short answer to that is it's a traditional folk dance. It's kind of a crop growing. The higher you leap, the bigger the crops are going to grow. But it's just, this town just celebrates folk music. So there's all kinds of bands. We have folk bands from the States as well. We have bluegrass bands,
Nice.
Appalachian dancers.
There you go.
We have Eastern European folk troops as well, and then lots of different English ones, some clog dancers too. So it's not only the Morris dancing, but that's the kind of the most traditionally English version.
We have somebody on our chat window who said they were forced to do Morris dancing in school.
Really? Gosh.
Yeah, they're from England.
Well, I have a small. It's traditionally it's a man's dance, but when I was in a university, I studied in London, and I had the fortune to go and study at the Cecil Sharp House, which is like, he was the top folk music collector in, I guess, in the Victorian times in the UK. And so I used to go with some friends. One of our courses in school was to learn something about folk music. So we spent a year learning how to do Morris dancing as a little troop of 6 of us. We bought all the white clothes, we sewed the ribbons on and the bells on. We trained with the sticks and the hankies, and then we did a performance for the students in the university campus.
All right.
Wow.
But that was a long time ago, so I'm not going to volunteer any.
So when you come back, if everything works with the phone and the connection and everything, you're going to show us a whole bunch of craziness if it works. It'll probably be an hour or so from now. Is that correct?
It might be a bit less, just because I think when the day, as the daylight closes in, or as it starts to rain, the dancers will pack up and all the action will be in the pubs and the bars. Right. So it might be a bit harder to access there, but I will see what I can do.
All right. So when you come back, turn your camera from portrait to landscape so we'll be able to see more when we come back, okay?
Sure.
That's fantastic. All right.
Anna, thank you. We
Good
look
to see
forward
your
to
face.
seeing it.
Yeah, you too, Matt. Okay, see you guys later.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
That's
Barry,
twice,
Dr.
man.
Fikes, what are your thoughts?
I'm trying to form them right now.
Well,
I'm trying to think what the equivalent that we have.
Well,
here
we
for
have
that.
a Norwegian festival here, and all the kids in the school, even the young men are wearing, lederhosen kind of stuff and that kind of
Well, there's
thing.
German here as well. They're
That's
not
true.
just
Czech.
Norwegian.
That's true.
There's Czech also.
Czech,
over
yeah,
in
I mean,
West.
it's-
and it sounds like something kind of similar. Even the men are wearing brightly colored things.
Oh, this is
most of the
definitely a
time.
man thing, what she's
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
So the tradition goes back to you're trying to appease Mother Nature or trying to ensure good crops. Is that?
Yeah, I think it's a spring. Spring time of growth, and
I was talking to Anna
grabbing
when we
cards
were.
at this point.
No, when I was talking to Anna earlier this week. She pretty much said it's just super pagan.
Oh, okay.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's the word she used. I mean.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. You just got the attention of a whole new Wicca crowd on Twitch.
That's it.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
I think we got the
And,
biggest share of Druid worshipers right now.
Yeah.
So, are you going to go down? And are you going to give him his phone? Your phone?
We'll see how this works.
J Texas Desert Rat, thank you for your intellect and wit.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Yeah. Who knew bats were so delicate and picky?
Flip it.
I need.
Nice.
This lighting is way too bright.
There you go. So,
Oh, yeah? This is for me to go down the street?
it's
No,
pointing
wait,
out.
wait, I gotta turn off my Wi-Fi as well. Otherwise, you'll lose it when you walk
That's
out.
true.
Folks,
Yeah,
if you're not just tuning in, welcome to Texas Big Star Live right here at the fabulous Horny Toad Bar and Grill in Cranfills Gap. Happens every Saturday, as far as you know. And I'm about to leave the hosting desk and leave Barry Fikes and Marvelous Matt Wallace to converse between themselves. We'll probably talk football, which, why would we not?
I know.
I mean,
Why wouldn't we?
as if we wouldn't. What else are you going to talk about? It's in Texas. It's the middle of summer, beginning of summer, and that means
It means
football.
It means like 57 days till 2 o'clock.
counting them down.
Maybe
So
it's
I'm going
56. I'm not sure.
I'm going to take Jake's phone down the street and capture one of our local rituals, the youth fundraiser car wash that happens every spring. It's a rite of passage for those in junior high to get soaking wet and full of Tide.
That's it.
So I'm ready to go here?
Yeah. No, not that one.
Oh,
This
sorry.
One.
That was
This
gonna
one right
take
here.
Matt's phone.
So, you take that. Barry, where did Matt go? You know,
Have you guys left me in
yeah,
charge?
Barry, you know what? If you could scoot over
Do you need me to move over?
one, Matt will come sit right here, and I'll go switch the show like I'm supposed to be doing.
You know that vanilla cream's really good.
You like that? Did you get one? Or you already downed one of them?
Yeah.
We'll get you another one.
Yeah.
It's the least we can do for you.
This is fun. I'll come more if you need fill-ins.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? Our buddy in Russia,
Yes.
Russ,
Yeah.
he calls himself our donut. He's our spare tire.
There you go.
When people die, take off on us and they don't show up, I'll call Russ
Call
up.
Russ.
He's our quick
Bails
fill
you
in.
out. There you go.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Brian is outside with a phone.
Okay.
Hey, Jake, that audio that's coming in on the phone?
Yeah, with the J. And he said, yeah, my dad
It's an
comes out
adventure.
to the coast and
We'll see what
drives
he's
the-
doing.
Can you kill that audio, man?
No, hold on. We'll see what he's doing.
Right.
Hey, Brian.
I know you took. Yeah, what's
Brian. Hey, how's it going?
up? Yes, it's going good. Can you hear me?
I can.
Wonderful.
You're outside on the Main Street, Cranfills
On the
Gap,
main
Texas.
street, you can see what's going on here. Let me walk on this side of the bikes. And there's some more bikes coming in as we speak. Here we go. Cool shot with bikes in the background passing.
On the mean streets of Cranfills Gap. Brian
come,
B.
coming in.
Barrett.
Over in the shade. This is probably better for everybody. There's both men and women on bikes. Go.
Over on the
Gap
other
is
side.
a great
Over here.
place.
Who's this?
Gap is a great place walking down the street. The old Viking Theater. See that?
We have a guest.
Well,
Check it out, Jake. Look who we got. So, do you guys know each other?
yeah, we met.
I thought you had. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Dustin, get a little closer to the microphone, buddy. Just pull it. There you go. Yep. So, you guys have something in common.
What's that?
You've had Miriam and I sit out in a pew and listen to both of you talk.
That is true.
Sorry.
It,
Bless your
Preacher
heart.
Day. So what are we looking at? It looks like Brian's just like wandering
He's-
around.
He's
I'm
being
getting creative.
Oh, yes.
Is he going to the car wash?
He is going to the car wash.
Hey,
Taking a
Brian.
break? Are you down there
Yes.
washing cars?
On the
Waiting for
top
food. Yeah,
left-hand
we're waiting for
corner,
food.
there should be a switch camera button if you want to go back and forth.
Wonderful. Top left-hand corner. It depends on how you're holding it, huh?
It should always be top left-hand corner, no matter how you're holding it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right, crossing the street. It's dangerous sometimes.
So what kind of connection you got there, Jake?
Just a 4G connection.
It's not looking very fourish. There it goes. It got clear. Ouch.
Make sure and jump out in front of those bikes to get the car washed.
Let's just hope the
All right.
dad doesn't crash, because that would megabyte.
First Baptist Church, Cranfills Gap Youth Fundraiser. There's some fundraising folks here.
That's Caleb.
And right here, church camp fundraiser. Hi, give us your name and your occupation.
No occupation.
No
I'm
occupation?
Leslie.
And what's going on here today?
We're raising money for church camp to go to Highland Lakes camp next week.
You heard it here first, Highland Lakes Camp next week. It's actually in less than 48 hours, and I'll be attending also. I'm just going to follow her because I don't even know where we're going.
I think I remember. Yeah,
Good.
I remember directions.
All right, name and occupation.
God, he's slammed.
I'm Leslie's daughter, and I don't have an occupation. Just a student.
That's why we're raising funds.
Wow.
So I think maybe we should get some close-ups of some of the activity. This is car wash ice cream. Car wash ice cream has a lot more butterfat content.
Soapy.
I was just told I didn't have an occupation. I'm a church mom.
Church mom.
He gave me an occupation.
Church mom. Hey, Matt, there's my daughter driving your SUV.
That's not disturbing or anything. She knows that seat doesn't move, I guess.
Careful, honey. Not ours. No, and don't treat it like a rental.
There's a bunch of kids in there.
Got child safety locks on.
I had to sit like this.
All right. Fantastic. Well, let's move on now. Moving right along. Look, I have some other progeny that are doing work. I want to definitely get this on video as I don't see it much. What's up, guys? Hey. So it's a spray and look at that. That is a fine, fine job. It's like you can see your reflection in those. Go. Here's another customer on the way, and another satisfied customer leaving. Look at that. Fantastic. And we spray. Oh, yeah. I'm noticing a trend. Benny sprays and he scrubs, right? Yep. Oh, yeah. How important, maybe Benny, you could tell us, how important is it to have clean rims?
Important because that's all they pretty much look at.
So you're saying, face this way because the sun's shining. So you're saying it's important to have clean rims because why?
Because people look at them.
Yeah. The lesson for life. People are looking at your rims. Ladies, and what's your job here today? What are you guys doing? Are you on break?
There was like 4 people working when they were on their break. So now we're all eating. I don't want to hear it.
How's it been going so far? Decent. Decent? Okay, good.
I want to go swimming.
Owen, how are you? All right, you? What's the highlight so far? See you here to get wet. That's right. Definitely spray me while I have Jake's phone. Where's the hose? Where's the hose?
Someone spray it!
He's just there just to spray.
Brian, that's my phone. Don't let him do it.
Actually,
Don't let him do it,
you're kidding. That's not my phone.
That's my phone. Don't do it.
That is your phone. Is it a new phone? Feels new.
It's newish.
Well, I've covered most of this block, and yeah, I think we're good to go here, guys. I'm going to be heading back with a special guest very, very soon. That's going to be joining us, and it's sure to be a hoot.
Cool.
I'm going to hide out here in the shade for just a moment. Oh, that's better. There we go. Well, anyway, so that's what's going on right here at the Gap. It is the Gap Youth fundraiser for camp, leaving in less than 48 hours. I'll be on the trip with them. So wish me well for 4 or 5 days.
Hey, Brian, can you hear us?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Well, grab your purse and come on back, man.
All right.
See you soon.
I'll see you in a second.
So what do you think about that? I get you on camera, and then we just sit here and look at somebody else.
That works. Works for me.
So how long is the car wash?
Till 2.
Till 2, okay. So those people in Meridian and Clifton and...
They're watching right now?
Hamilton, they're watching. Do they have time?
No.
They have time.
Oh, they do? Okay.
It's only 12:30.
Could they call and make a reservation, say 3:15?
Give them Matt's number.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you have an app that they can pay for it, like remotely?
Yeah.
That's what all car washes need. So, you going?
Mm-hmm.
Is this your excited face?
Been doing it for about 15 years.
you didn't hear him talking about it.
I'm sure he's done it much longer than I
Oh
have.
man.
So what's your best recollection? Because I went to camp with my cousins when I was in high school every summer, and it was a crazy huge camp up in Oklahoma,
Falls
like
Creek?
10,000, 15,000.
Falls Creek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a thing, man. It was an event, and it was something, definitely worth checking out. So check it out. Desert Rat just bumped us some cash.
Outstanding.
Thank you, sir. See, not everybody realizes it, but the people who are on Twitch right now, who are actually in the chat channel, are interacting, typing things in. We're reading it. That's what we're saying. Some people are watching this just because they went to live.texasbigstar.com or live.texasbigstar.tv. They see what we're doing, but they're not interacting on Twitch. So Desert Rat is, and he just gave us $5 because he knows how desperately we need it.
Hey, Tex, just remember, you got to bring some cash with you in July. We can't pay to feed everybody, so save a little bit of that.
Ouch.
Bring it with you.
Ouch. Yeah. No, it looks fun.
No, we will. I haven't sent the email out yet, but we've got 4 people watching the show who are coming in July, and they're all going to need to bring some grocery money, and we'll all get some stuff to eat while they're here.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a week at least for Alfie, and then a couple of others, they're going to stay a little longer. So it's going to be a good time.
So, tell me, do you have any favorite camp stories, Barry?
Not that I can share.
I think we better leave it at that. What happens?
Absolutely sure that's true.
What happens at camp stays at camp.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, you been to England?
No, I have not.
I've flown over England. Does that count?
Yeah, kind of. Unless you can see people dancing from that far up. Did you see earlier we had Anna on?
Yeah, I did.
She's going to hook us up, I think. Don't tell him when she's going to pop back in, but when she does show up, I'm thinking we're going to see some craziness. If the internet holds, or the cell phone coverage covers the event. Because, a lot of times you get a big festival going on, everybody and their dog's trying to go live with their phone, and it doesn't always work. So, what's your favorite food or drink that is clearly tied to a culture, buddy? Anything?
I don't know. Barbecue?
Barbecue? All right, that's fair enough.
Texas culture?
Cop-out answer.
Nah, it's a good answer. It is kind of a cop-out answer.
What's your favorite
My favorite?
cultural food?
I do like Mexican food a lot.
Yeah.
When it comes right down to it, proper tapas, Spanish tapas.
Oh yeah.
Proper
Yes.
Spanish tapas.
What about Iskandar? That's all you talked about last year
See,
was Iskandar.
that's hard now.
So
you just
when
brought up
when
something
you talk about a specific dish, Iskandar,
is
if from
heavenly.
Istanbul, that's some good stuff.
Explain it for me. What
right.
is it?
It's really simple, actually. Iskandar, there's a right and wrong way to do it. So there's good and bad Iskandar, but even the good
He's
stuff.
an expert on it.
No, but it is most of what I eat when I'm there, and it's simple. Even when it's done well, it's mostly.
It's the Turkish Mediterranean version of chicken fried steak.
Yeah.
Because not actually the way it tastes, but
understand.
I look at it like you can have a bad chicken fried steak and it's going to be
Still pretty good.
Got it.
And so, the worst Iskandar I've ever had was still pretty awesome. So it's
Biscuits, lamb, and yogurt.
Yeah.
it's a real fluffy bread that's been kind of toasted, kind of thick, buttery, and it's cut up in little chunks. And there's a bed of that, and then you put like some lamb and kind of a Mediterranean
the
type
big
meat.
the big legs that they'll
Right.
cut down.
Yes.
Really good
Yes.
stuff.
And so that's on there, and then there's like a tomato sauce, and then there's chunks of tomato, and then they'll have like this white yogurt stuff. It's not. It looks like sour cream, but it's not. But I mean, it's
And it'll be a
white
little
yogurt.
different places.
And I don't know, man. It's just the certain combination of all those tastes together.
Yeah.
But every other block in Istanbul, there's a different just stop where you can get Iskandar. Like it's everywhere.
It's their thing.
It's their hamburgers and French fries.
I guess I'll have to go.
Oh, it's really good,
Dude. If you, I
would
recommend
just for
it.
that.
Oh, Miriam and I talked about it for years. I mean, Turkey's kind of crazy right now, so I'm not too sure exactly how that would work. But for years, we've talked about taking a trip and taking friends, being like pseudo tour guides.
I think that'd be great.
You want to do that?
Yes.
You've been. What do you think?
It's fun.
Tell me what you remember about that trip that you liked.
Definitely like the cisterns. Going to the cisterns. The coolest thing there was going to the interview that y'all did at midnight. That was really cool.
That was we did an interview with some ladies. Were they Syrian?
They lived on the Syrian border.
They lived
They were from Turkey, but they lived right at the border.
Yeah. And we went with this guy who wanted some help to shoot some video, and it was in the middle of the night, and we were in the middle of some neighborhood that we didn't know where we were.
Right.
And it was a really nice little place, but
it was basically in an alley. And they were. Yeah, it was
one of my favorite.
I told him, I said, dude, I don't know where we're going, and I don't know what you're in for, but it'll probably be memorable.
Yeah, it was.
And it was, because you're talking about it right now.
One of my favorite places to eat in Istanbul is in an alley. Remember the pizza place?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff is
He
good.
was a really old dude that was real friendly.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's the kind of people where you go overseas, you're like, oh, we're from Texas. So he immediately goes back in and gets 2 different types of pizza, brings it to you, and says, please try this.
They're not actually pizzas.
No, they're Turkish
P-Day.
pizza.
P-Day.
Yeah, they're kind of folded over after.
It looks like
everything
pizza.
in there. It's good stuff. Some of my favorite. Hushy, thank you for the donation. I came over to point out Sniper from England, oh gosh, I can't remember where he's from specifically, but he says whenever we were talking about how crazy it's going to be with the dancers when Anna gets back on, he goes, you may overestimate the turnout to these things. He says they might not be.
Dude, I looked on the website that Anna sent me about all the dancers that are supposed to be there. There were like 50 dance groups.
Oh, groups, 50 groups.
Groups.
Wow.
It was just a page after page of dancers of all different types. They weren't all Morris dancers, but
yeah.
So we'll see. And like I said, I'm not going to be surprised if she gets over in the middle of all those people and then tries to get on her cell phone and can't get a connection. So we'll see. We'll find it.
I'm gonna
soon
go grab
enough.
some food.
Yeah, chicken fried steak is the thing, man. I mean, did you grow up with chicken fried steak?
Ryan's back.
I was trying to think.
I actually like fried chicken better.
I kind of do as well, but that wasn't a thing. That came in, 15 years ago or so. When I grew up, there wasn't chicken fried chicken.
Basically, chicken fingers with gravy on it.
Pretty much. It's all good.
It is. I was trying to think what is my favorite. It's hard to narrow it down.
I mean, you get something that is truly unique and really, really good, and it's done properly because you're at the place where. I mean, I'm not an orange fan. I'm not really into oranges that much.
Right.
But we lived in the Valencian province, where Valencia oranges come from. You get an orange there, you got to be a moron to not like that. I mean, it tastes like a totally different thing. It's so fresh, so whatever.
It's like pineapple in Hawaii.
Right.
Exactly. I didn't like pineapple until the first time I went to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And my gosh, it's like, oh, that's what we're talking about. So, yeah, I mean,
are you talking about in that particular culture?
as long as it's a food that's tied to a culture.
To it, okay.
I mean, like, it's synonymous. It's like known for. Like I said, Chinese food doesn't count because there is no such thing as, quote, the kind of Chinese food you get in the U.S. That was made up.
I do like Japanese food.
Straight up Japanese food. Where'd you have it?
Well, it's the American version of Japanese. Hibachi steakhouses.
Yeah. Good. What are you thinking, buddy?
No, I was just thinking, I mean, one of the most amazing meals I ever had was in Rio at a Brazilian steakhouse.
Okay.
I mean, just, everything about it, the fact they just kept coming back, you come on, bring it. And it was great. And the fried plantains were just unbelievable.
Plantain's yummy, man.
You could rub it on your head, beat your brains out with your tongue trying to lick it off. It was that good. I mean, good.
Yeah, Hushy, I like sushi as well. I don't know that I've had stuff that seemed good to me, but probably the freshest stuff I ever had was in Vancouver, and that was pretty fresh.
When I was in Moscow, we went to a Mongolian barbecue, and it was probably the best I've ever been to. Mongolian barbecue style. It was really good.
Desert Rat talked about cantaloupe in Pecos.
There you
Pecos
go.
Valley. You ever heard of Pecos cantaloupe? It's a thing.
It is.
It's a thing.
You ever heard of it?
Not Pecos cantaloupe, but I mean, I believe you. It's just the soil and the environment and everything. The rain content's great for growing cantaloupe down there.
It's good stuff.
What are you laughing at?
He just thinks you're entertaining.
Well, when people say things, in my mind, I'm going, well, yeah, there's different regions of the world. Like the Czech Republic, that's where you grow most of the first-rate hops for the world's beer.
You know
Because
that?
I've driven through there on my way to the Czech Republic.
I apologize. I've been distracted by my buddy over here. Dustin's like, why am I here? And you know the answer to that, right?
You, sir, are qualified to host this show now. You've asked him the right kind of questions.
I grabbed him and set him down in that chair. That's why. That's the answer to the question.
I'm just wondering how cold my food is now.
Go get your food, man. Go get your food. I'm sorry.
Expected. No, it's good.
Oh,
Dustin's.
don't listen to me when stuff like that's on the line.
I think it's awesome. You put him on a guilt trip. It's cool.
No, it's good. It's all good.
Dustin's all about food and a fine chef, BT Dubs. I mean, he's. See, they're calling right now saying, "Hey, can you fix me something to eat?"
My 5-year-old
Really?
wants to FaceTime. Yeah.
He wants to FaceTime? Get out.
He gets on her phone and FaceTimes all the time.
Well, I have a youngster. My youngest is here today, and we may. I think the time is right to maybe treat in just a little while. Let him do his own version of FaceTime. That we never know what's going to happen.
Oh, it's not cold. You were yanking.
Pretty close.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's good. No, it's good.
4 children down there washing cars, starving.
Washing cars, starving. Yeah.
All right, I'm going
It
to
is
switch with
chicken
you.
fried chicken.
There you go.
Chicken.
So you're going that
That's what's
way.
for you.
You can go back over there. We'll
Okay.
put you back in your original place. How's that? Let's play.
Okay.
What is
Musical
that
chairs.
called?
And go.
Musical chairs.
Musical chairs.
musical
or is it
chairs.
the cakewalk?
Everyone on Twitch say hi to
Chinese fire.
See y'all later.
Sloth Time Lord.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for being a good sport. Sloth time
I think
Lord.
I'm fine right now. Thanks.
Reading
So
this-
if we were at like a blackjack table, this would be first base, and you'd be at third base.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
What you get, man? Is that a classic?
Yeah, that is a
I think I need to get one.
Dublin Vintage Cola, and it is a yummy cola.
Hey, Jakester, do we have a graphic for Dublin? I guess not.
One of our lovely moderators can do that.
Switch with me.
Wait, no. I thought I framed this up. Oh, okay. So
Look at RC.
the reason I'm over here for a little while is the next 2 weeks. Have you talked about their trip yet?
Whose trip?
Whose trip? Matt and Miriam. are
Oh
leaving.
yeah. No. Well, we mentioned it. Well, there you have it. There's the trip. They're going to
Matt
be
and Miriam are leaving
going
overseas
somewhere.
for a trip, and for those 2 weeks, it's just going to be you and me and Dylan. Are you gone for one of the next 2 weeks? I can't remember. I hope not. It's going to be JB, you, me, and Dylan for the next 2 weeks.
It's going to be a fun show. You want to join us?
I might could one week.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'd love it. So we're letting JB do a little bit of switching because he's going to probably be doing. He's
Hey,
trying to
guys.
talk. No, here
How's
come the
it going?
jokes. No.
I figured out the
Hey,
microphone.
JB, you got any jokes for us today?
Oh boy.
Hey, did you hear about the 2 fruit that wanted to get married?
You say the 2 fruits?
Yeah, the 2 fruits that wanted to get married.
No. What about them? What?
Well,
Yeah.
it's what it is they end up not being able to, so they can't elope.
That was inspired by Pecos cantaloupes.
Yeah.
If you want to sponsor us, just hit us up.
That's it. Pecos cantaloupe.
I love some good cantaloupe, I got to tell you. Pecos cantaloupe, if you're out there, Texas Big Star.
What was
Think about
that sandwich that I had earlier?
That is a son of a bitch witch.
Wow. That's the best SOB witch I've ever had.
Yep.
It's fabulous. It had grilled jalapenos and onions.
Bacon.
And a fried egg.
Fried egg.
Bacon.
With a hamburger patty.
Hamburger patty. Wow.
I just got a basic bacon cheese.
They are really, listen, the Toad makes everything awesome.
It's excellent.
That particular, and you had that's kind of a sweet and sour bun that it's on, right?
Yes.
Oh, with the toad bun.
Toad bun.
The toad bun.
Oh.
It is not spicy, but it is made with jalapenos.
It's
good stuff.
Yeah. If ever you're near here, even if you're not, if you just want great food, make yourself a beeline straight to Cranfills Gap and come into the Horny Toad Bar and Grill.
I would drive over here just to eat that sandwich.
Yeah. You should have their
good.
quesadillas, man.
I have. They're great too.
And I get the chicken salad, which is, again, stellar.
I mean, it's only a 90-minute drive for me.
Yeah.
Not that big a deal.
No, Dylan.
It's for you.
Bad Dylan. No. Your son just let Dylan use his fidget spinner. How did he get a fidget spinner?
Oh, which brings us to...
see.
I don't know if we're ready for this
Is that
part
our,
of the show
please
or
tell
not.
me that's not our segment.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time coming, and it is live television. You never know what's going to transpire, but I'm going to prepare you for my youngest son, Brock, is
I'm going to have to go get on the camera to make
just
sure
a
that
thrill
this works.
to be around, and always has insightful things to say. He's just very he's clever, and he doesn't miss much. And so he's... Hey, buddy.
There he is.
So let me get his things prepared, and he's. Yeah, we'll bring you over after you do your bit. We'll bring you over and talk to you.
It's just the top
How's it
of
going,
his head.
bro?
Yeah,
Good to see you.
So let us prepare his show here.
Okay, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have. Uh oh. So we're going to. Let's see if JB can switch this one without me. You can do it, JB. 1, 2, 3, and enter.
I count to 3. You can just do whatever you feel is natural. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Brock.
So, do you want to see my fortified battering ram first?
Fortified battering ram. The simple laundry basket becomes something spectacular. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. There he goes again. It works both ways. Yeah. A fortified battering ram. And the simple, it is summertime. Lots of kids have pool noodles. Can we pan down and get these ninja moves? Because this is part of the show. It's not just a pool noodle. It is, what is that, buddy? It can be a sword. What else? A ninja spinner.
A bow staff.
A bow staff. You're right. It's a bow staff. What else can it be?
And also bending
Look at
up
that.
for nunchucks. There
Look
it
at
is.
that. Look at that. Yes. Pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. So, Brock, do you have any magic tricks you can show us? Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Shoes are involved.
2 shoes. Dun, dun, dun. Face the camera that way, buddy. Dun, dun, dun. And now it's just 1 shoe.
That's fabulous. How does he do that?
You look like Nolan Ryan when he was getting rid of that. Remember that?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that. Now, what you got there, Brock? What is that?
Fidget spinner.
A fidget spinner. What are some cool things about fidget spinners?
Some of them are related to others, but not the same colors. Some of them are aluminum, metal, plastic.
Yeah.
This one is glowing.
Can you get closer to the microphone and talk to us? What about fidget spinners?
They're related to others, but they're not the same color.
Yeah. What else?
This is my fidget spinner. It's glow in the dark, and it has metal balls.
Uh-huh.
Can you see them?
I can.
And they're awesome.
Yeah.
And mostly about the other two that my brothers have. They're metal or aluminum.
Yeah.
Can't tell, but
Yeah, fidget spinners are a hot item, aren't they? They're pretty popular with the kids, huh?
Uh-huh.
What do you like most about your fidget spinner?
That it can spin fast, like this.
Uh-huh.
It's related to others.
And it's related to others?
And now it's back to you guys.
Now it's back to... Okay. Is there one... do you have a tip? Did you know that some of our Twitch viewers, Brock, are planning on coming to Texas? What's your advice for those who are coming to Texas to visit us?
4-H meetings.
Yeah, go to 4-H meetings. Uh-huh. What else?
And archery tournaments.
Archery tournaments. So if you're coming to Texas, be prepared to go to 4-H meetings and archery tournaments. What about any kind of work ethic? Do they know something about Texas? What else would they need to know if they're going to live here or move here?
That they're going to have to restock on everything, and that they're going to have to buy stuff, but it's going to pay a lot.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot, so you got to spend your money wisely.
That, that's just words to live by with any world traveler.
Yeah.
All right, the amazing Brock. Give it up, everybody.
Hey, Brock. Good job, buddy. So 4-H.
Apparently.
Do you know what are the 4-H's? You know them?
I should know this, but my students do. Or my students, my progeny do. It is heart, hands, hydrogen, helium. No, wait. Hands and hearts, head and
health.
Health. That's right.
What a deal.
Barry knew it, yeah. Were you in 4-H?
Yeah, maybe.
Anna is here. Oh, at the festival. Look at this. The downtown view is awesome.
I'm giving you the tour around the town. There's a band about to start called the Wessex Pistols. Because our little region is called Wessex. If you've ever read Thomas Hardy, that's Wessex, you'll know that. It's kind of a fictitious region, but the Wessex Pistols about to start on stage. But I'm just showing you around the old corn market in the town. And I'm going to show you Wimborne Minster, which is what the town's name comes from, which is an old 12th century church.
Wow. It looks beautiful, Anna.
So one of the stages here, it's all kind of packed up for the evening, but this was one of the many pubs of Wimborne.
You gotta love England, you know?
You bet.
Yeah. So 2 seconds, I'll show you around the corn market. And
the corn market.
Minster Green.
So why is it called the corn market?
Well, because this is where they used to sell the corn. This is like the corn exchange.
Right. Is there a big corn crop there?
Yeah, so it's pretty rural. Okay, here we go. This is Wimborne Minster. 12th century church.
Winwood Minster. Look at
Wimborne.
That. Oh, I'm sorry, Winborne. I was thinking of Steve Winwood.
Yep. No, Wimborne.
Wimborne Minster.
There we go. I'm going to show you this little guy. I don't know if I can zoom in on this camera, but up in this top window, there's a little soldier, and he's got 2 hammers in his hands, and he plays on the bells every quarter of an hour. So they call him the quartermaster.
Huh. So he's actually, is that a live human being that rings the bell every 15 minutes?
No, it's not. It's an iron statue, but with a mechanical clock inside.
Because I was going to ask, what does that pay? What kind of salary does that?
Well, maybe sacks of corn or something. Anyway,
did he just actually ask you earlier what they sell at the corn store?
No, so why is it called the corn market?
Or why? What's the difference? I mean, it's the same question.
Well, I didn't know if it was, did they sell corn there, but the market traditionally was corn.
Oh, well, okay.
They have corn.
So,
okay.
I'm just going to get off the green now. Here we go. So just walking around the town. So this is kind of the main town square. It's a small town, like maybe 10, 15,000 inhabitants. Pretty old. Anyway, so we're going to come back to the square and we'll see if we can see that band setting up. They're just doing a sound check, so I'm sad to say I think all the noise dancers have gone home, but I'll see if I can find someone in costume.
Okay.
Say hello.
What an amazing thing that people can see what's going on the show.
Tell you what, the technology, it just knocks down borders immediately.
So this house here says 1783.
Whoa.
And next door is 1777, which is the Albion, one of the many pubs in there.
Wow.
See that up there? Right.
1777.
Uh-huh.
That has been there almost as long as our country has.
Right. So I can hear some drumming. Let's go and see if we can find where that's coming from. I think it's the same band. Right, I'm coming back.
Same band.
My friends are waving at you. Okay, so we're right back in the square. Oh, they're starting up. Let's see if we can get a glimpse of the Wessex Pistols.
Wessex Pistols.
Is it a gun show? Oh, it's a group. Oh, okay.
We're from Wessex. Mutation couldn't spell. We are the Wessex Pistols. We come from outside Bristol. And we're doing very well.
Here we That sounded a little like the opening theme to Green Acres. A little bit.
Bass players jumping. Stem bass is just wild.
So hard to beat. Just walks down the street. She's friends. I want to get a teenage piece back through the night. I'm not
Where's the monkey? Yeah, where's the little monkey? Pop out.
Okay, so I'm not sure what the feedback was like on that one. But here we go. A little little bit of English telephone box.
There's a telephone booth.
We have a pub here. It even says Old English on it. Let's see if I can get that. The King's Head. And yeah, this is pretty much the town.
That's pretty much the town. Well,
This is
it looks wonderful. And they do this festival every year, Anna?
Every year, that's right. 3 days. It's the second weekend every June.
Wow.
So
Every year, the
So come
second
down to Wimbledon.
weekend.
There's camping. There's there's like there's live music and events, but most of it is dancing during the daytime.
Right. How late do these people? How late do they stay around there in the square?
Oh, probably till like midnight, whenever the pubs close.
Wow. And is it locals or is it lots of folks from?
All over, from all over.
Does it get lots of folks from other areas coming in?
Sure, yeah.
Tourists, as it were.
So the dancers come in from all over the country, and I say some international troops as well. There's the Appalachian dancers. There's the minster in the background.
I see that.
There we go. It's the end of Wimbledon, Mill Lane.
Mill Lane. Look at all those. There's an auto repair shop too.
There we go, and it says,
A warm welcome to Wimborne Minster.
there you go. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to say farewell because my phone battery is about to run out.
Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Pleasure. Yeah. Just going to turn around.
There
So
you
I
are.
will say farewell from the Wimbledon Folk Festival.
Thank you so much,
2017.
Anna.
Thanks.
Pleasure. Good to meet you guys.
Good to meet you. Come back and see us sometime.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll do.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye. Bye.
And
That was pretty cool.
those festivals. I like going to festivals that overseas, especially things like that. When I lived over there, it's just something going on. Whenever it's warm weather, especially in Europe, it's
They're
just
out.
something. Yeah, it's starting in early spring.
They don't get that many opportunities or as much of a window.
Depending on where you're at, yeah.
Right. And where were you again?
Poland.
Okay.
In Poland, yeah. Of course, in the wintertime, there's a foot of snow on the ground, but it's a winter fest there in the town square too. It's beautiful. They decorate the whole place up and shopping, and they're handing out all sorts of stuff, shops and vendors, and it's in Krakow, Poland.
Everybody needs a party, don't they? We need a break
One likes
from the everyday
to
grind.
enjoy. Yeah, people like to enjoy life. It's part of who we are.
Yeah.
It's a heritage, and it's
There you
hey,
go.
buddy.
Did you get up on your knees again like that? There you go.
Let me get you a little closer.
There you go.
There we are. Very
Did you have something you needed to? You had one other thing. Is that correct?
Something else to say, Brock?
Have you ever tried shooting a fidget spinner to the sky? It's actually like shooting fireworks, just cooler. Load up some fidget spinners, shoot it out of a bazooka. Load up some icebreakers, shoot it out of a minigun.
All right. Thanks for the Cheez-Its.
And that was Brock.
That's
There you go, Brock.
That was very Brockish.
That's words of wisdom.
What was what did he say? I didn't quite catch all of it. About the fidget spinner?
Something about a bazooka.
If you
and
shoot it out
like a bazooka.
It's like fireworks,
Better.
except cooler.
Oh, okay. You know what? I was trying to that's actually the first fidget spinner I've seen live, and I've been hearing about it. What were those things like? I don't know, 25, 30 years ago that they would collect? Started with a P.
Pogs.
Pogs. What was that all about?
That's
too?
those guys over there.
What was that? Isn't it
So-
basically the same thing except this has more bells and whistles to it?
Well, I didn't realize it wasn't. I don't know what the time frame if it was a thing in the U.S. before it was a thing in Europe.
Uh-huh.
But when we moved to Spain for 9 months, it was a big deal. Kids were playing pogs like crazy.
It was
So
sort
you'd
of
have
like
a bunch of-
collectors, like gaming
Yeah.
cards now.
Yeah, kind of
You
like
collect
that.
them.
Okay.
Every
So
every
you would-
pog wasn't the same.
That's what that reminded me of. I didn't remember exactly what the deal was. But.
Yeah, they were big here in the U.S.
So you would stack the regular pogs, and then you'd have a really big, thick one called a slammer. Thank you, JB.
It's like marbles.
And, yeah, it's like marbles, and you would basically bet by putting pogs that you didn't want in the middle, and then you'd slam them.
What's going to crack me up, Jake, is that Barry's going to get hooked on this thing,
Yeah.
and he's
Oh.
going to be that
Oh, my
person that can't.
So people do this
all the time.
All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you already?
It's supposed to do what?
With ADHD, yes.
I need it.
Some folks might find that to be a little more.
Helps you focus, even though it
Well,
gives you
keeps
something else to
from
do. Yeah.
Fiddling.
Yeah.
It keeps you
Barry,
from fidgeting in other
do-
areas, and you.
Barry, do you know anyone who, when they're sitting still,
Yes.
their legs are always moving and they're always kind of fidgeting around in their chair, you know?
I think I do.
So
I think I know
if you
somebody
give-
just like that.
If you give them something else to play with, just to it'll
fidget with.
Yeah, this guy, he needs one. See, in chat he was talking about how much he wants one, and now I'm not gonna hear the end of it. He's gonna get one and spin it while he's editing video.
So I was on set the other day doing a television commercial, and the sound guy is a really cool guy. Been on a couple of sets with him before, and he had made his own version of that, and it was industrial grade pipe, like this big, that thick, and it had been engineered very, very, very carefully, and he had ball bearings all in that, like legit ones, inside another ring that had ball bearings inside another ring, so you could get it spinning 3 different ways, simultaneously, different speeds, and get that thing humming. And the force on it when you got it really moving was just intriguing. And he said, "This is my version of it." And it was really cool. I mean, it was not cheap, I'm sure.
I'm sure, yeah.
But he had put it together, and you could just push the circles out of each other. They were so tight that it fit. It was extremely well engineered version of that, but it was pretty cool. That was the entire story. I'm sorry.
No, I mean that's good though.
I mean, it's just something to jack with. I mean,
Now I know. Now I know.
Firsthand.
I do. So that's good.
There's a lot of things I think is weird on Facebook. There's a lot of things you learn about via Facebook or other social media stuff that you're aware of, but you really don't know anything until you actually can touch it and interact with it yourself. Like real life. You're a big fan of real life, right?
I am, yeah.
It's
real life.
Real life.
Well, Brian and I have had this conversation more than once. It's interesting that Brian is helping do an internet-based show because a lot of the things that
I espouse
are contrary to the kind of things that happen
and you would
online.
think that there would be a serious dichotomy in me, but you learn to just. Let's just think, we are an imagination nation.
Yes.
We are virtual everything. We got the doctor here. We can wax philosophic, can we not? What are your thoughts on?
If there's anybody who can wax philosophic, it's that guy right there.
There's other terminology for that.
I didn't say wax hair removal. I said wax. I mean, just the idea of a virtual, like Facebook. Facebook puts you in touch with, and social media, in touch with all these people, ideas, concepts, things. But do we really know that?
Do you remember, Matt, the conversation we had, I don't know, however many years ago? You go, you really need to be on Facebook. And I go, why would I ever be on Facebook? I go, I said, that's I mean, why? And now...
You're on there a lot.
Now I paint the landscape,
I mean, I enjoy your posts.
Just like anything, there's good, there's bad. to get the word out, to share with people, whatever, whatever kind of communication, you can do it instantaneously.
You sure can.
And then there's the other side of it, to where it's almost like everybody has their own copy, their own version of National Enquirer. I mean, the weirdest, stupidest, nuttiest stuff ever. And the other day I posted about, evidently there are people who are in love with God because of their post. And I think that's a good thing. Sure. There are people that are in love with politics or whatever their particular political agenda or ideology, because that's all they post. People that are in love with their significant other, spouse, et cetera, because that's all they post about. Right. People that are in love with pets. It's like it's always always something about animal rescue, et cetera, et cetera. And I started looking at my own post, and I've decided that I am in love with myself.
I was going to say food.
That's what I decided.
I was going to say food.
I said, what do I love? Well, I love me. And, there are only two people probably going to outdo me about me, and that's God and my mother. But I'm a close third.
Yeah.
But, okay, to be fair, I've heard so many people talk about the dangers of and the frustrations, and I think there are all kinds of legitimate conversations that go along with this, along with the humor being shared right now. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is if you get somebody on there that has issues, then it's going to manifest in that format. Mm-hmm. If you get somebody who's relatively well-adjusted, and I'm not saying we are, but, I mean, if somebody who's relatively well-adjusted, the downsides of that are less likely to negatively impact them as bad. So it's not any different than anything else. It's just another thing that can be abused, that can be good, that can be bad. It's just it's all it is.
Pretty much.
Now, if you want to philosophical, there you go.
Barry, my favorite ones are like when people get over there and go, "I am so upset right now." Some people. Well, yeah.
Well, that's calling a spade a spade.
And like
Barry.
Yes.
Tex has a question for you. The question is,
where?
After a divorce, who gets the Facebook friends?
That is a good question.
You share them, right?
I think you share them. I think there are Facebook friends who will go behind your back on that deal. So,
ouch.
They double up. That's what I'm thinking. I don't really care. I don't know.
I think you ask a good question, though.
That is a good question.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell when somebody asks a good question because Barry makes a certain face when he is really pondering, like, that's a really good question.
That is a good question.
I don't think he has any background, so I think he was just
No.
question.
It's fine. That is a good question.
Why is Dylan making all these weird arm movements?
Give that man a fidget spinner.
Yeah, he needs a fidget spinner.
A fidget spinner.
Fidget finner.
Fidget spinner.
So what are we doing? Did we do everything we were going to do on the show today already?
That's usually the question we ask when we're coming in for a landing, Matt.
Oh, wow. Hold it.
No way. It's only been...
Hold it.
What?
I asked.
Hey, listen, there's no shame in being efficient.
Hold it. But I mean, the thing is, would you like to play? Would you like to play pool
That's
today?
right. We do a pool tournament.
I can.
Hey, do you want to play?
To me?
I mean, Ray Lee's over there. I asked him if he wanted to play, and I want him to play somebody.
How about we got JB, we got me. We could all play pool.
Did we
get Dylan playing pool?
Did we talk about six-man football?
Oh, you want to play? Yeah,
you mean
talk
you didn't talk football while I was
gone? How did we miss that?
I'm going to go play pool.
Okay.
I'd
rather play pool, but I can talk about six-man football real quick.
Yeah, do that, man. I'm going to go talk to Ray Lee and tell him that we really are going to play pool.
Okay.
He probably appreciates
it. Ooh,
right.
Hushy. I like Hushy's recommendation. Ads? We should run an ad.
We can do that.
Yeah, for our moderators in chat, please go ahead and give a little shout out to our sponsors, Hot Ash Stove.
Hot Ash Stove.
You can get. Let's see if JB can do this. Okay, JB.
Hot Ash Stove.
I would like the Hot Ash Stove link up for our lovely viewers on Twitch. We have a
jet stove.
HotAshStove.com/TX.
Yes, we do.
I do believe that is it. Oh, that's not. There you go. That counts.
Huh. You know, only about half of the time I'm able to read that. You know, contact lens kind of fogs over and...
www.hotashstove.com/TX. And that'll get you, I believe, 10% off if you go there. To get
I think
your hot
it's-
ash stove.
15, I think.
Is it
$15 off? Yeah, something like that.
$15.
So
What can you
$15.
get there?
one of these.
The stove?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pull it open.
Wow.
The hot ash stove.
I haven't seen one.
It's a camping expedition and survivalist. It's a portable stove. Jet stove. Takes
That was my bad.
just
JB,
little
come
bit
on.
of fuel, big heat. Very little fuel, big heat.
Wow.
So
Heavy
this
duty,
is
too.
this is the hot ash stove.
Let's see.
Look at this bad boy.
How cool is that?
There it is, hotashstove.com/TX,
Wow.
where you can get $15 off. Hey, JB.
I'll never figure it out.
It gets together pretty quick.
Huh?
Practice on live television. Reframing the camera. Bum, 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 bum. We need to get him some headphones, too. Headphones are good. He doesn't want to put those headphones on that I've got over there. They got earwax on them.
I see. Okay.
Yeah,
There
one
it
piece-
is.
one
A
piece
little more
goes
headroom there, JB, and
here.
we good to go.
And then this
How
piece
cool.
kind of connects.
Yeah, right in there.
Up there like that?
And
Wow.
those pieces kind of go that way, and then you've got you
It's-
put your fuel in here,
Uh-huh.
and heat comes out here. And it's got kind of a
There's some
creates a
physics
vacuum.
involved.
Yeah.
Creates a
There-
vacuum. The air's being pulled in here at a high rate.
And
You put
Wow.
your frying pan on top here, or whatever you want.
And it's almost
Can
like
of
you've
soup.
got like one of those propane stoves.
How
Yeah,
cool.
It's like
What kind of fuel do you use?
whatever you want in there. It'll take the fuel pellets. You know, they make these little
Uh-huh.
granulated
Yeah,
pellets,
yeah.
kind of like sterno, sawdust combinations, or sticks, twigs, grass, anything
Really?
out in the woods you can find. Yeah.
How clever.
So, like we said, JB's going to put that link back up for everyone. Moderator's going to put it up in chat for us. That is hotashstove.com/TX for a discount on your hot ash stove. Please go buy one today. Please do it. Please buy one. We would really appreciate it if you bought a hot ash stove. And our other sponsor, Dublin Bottling Works.
Dublin.
Poor Barry. That's
Sorry,
just
Barry.
What'd I do?
JB says sorry, Barry. You
Look-
are now
look at my
Dublin
head.
Bottling Works logo.
There we go.
Oh, he's in with his eyes poking out over the top. So thank you to Dublin Bottling Works for being. Oh yeah, that one's going up online. So yeah. DublinBottlingWorks.com. Check them out. For our people, for our Twitch viewers who are going to come visit in July, we will definitely have to take a trip over there to Dublin to visit Dublin Bottling Works. Otherwise, please go online, check them out. Thank you guys for your sponsorship.
Most definitely.
So, we're going to talk some six-man football. You're going to talk some six-man football.
Yeah, we can talk.
Who's
six-man
playing
football.
pool? JB? No. I'm JB. I'm going to go play cutthroat. You better go sit back down. He got up like, oh, I'm off the hook.
Right.
Time for some more practice. So like we said, next 2 weeks, I'm going to be back and forth because there's only going to be four of us.
Right. Oh, my.
So JB's going to be doing some switching. And now for a text video call. Tex, let me, Tex, I'm going to have to send you a link. I will copy that to you in Discord. Yeah, because Barry, you need to talk to Tex.
All right.
Tex, I don't know if you've got your
You can only do
camera,
audio.
but you might only, okay, so only audio. We can do audio, no big
Where's
deal.
Tex from?
He's,
Well, he lives in Midland.
Oh,
He
it's
lives in
Midland.
San Angelo.
yeah. Oh, wow. You know more about, yeah, there you go. So Tex, I'll send you it in Discord. Don't you worry. Where is he? Texas. Okay, Tex, here you go. Boop, boop. So click that link, and then you'll have to shoot Dylan a message or something, and he'll pull up the interview audio slider over there. Okay, JB, time for a reframe. You guys have fun. I'm going to go play some Cutthroat and
Thanks.
probably get destroyed.
Are we supposed to play pool, too, at some point? Okay. All right. I think I'm fine right now. Thank you, though.
So Barry, some folks who are viewing right now don't realize your connection with. Yes, sir.
Sorry, Tex. Just get on Discord. I'll load it up. I'll load up the Texas Big Star Discord. That's much easier. Have fun.
Great. He'll load
Thanks,
up the
Jake.
Texas Big Star
Yeah, I know.
disc jockey. Some folks don't know your connection with a thing in Texas that a lot of folks don't realize.
Okay.
There's a thing called six-man football.
Yes.
And it's very much alive and well, especially in the state of Texas. What other states play six-man football?
There are a few other. Wyoming, Montana, some in New Mexico. Places where, you've got smaller populations that wouldn't be able to field an 11-man team.
Right.
There's some in Colorado. Mainly, Texas and western states. I'm not sure about over on the eastern part of the states if there's any or not, but it's primarily in Texas, though.
In rural communities?
In rural communities,
Rural
yes.
communities, yes. And so folks tuning in may not realize that we, Texas Big Star, I had the pleasure of covering as mostly a cameraman behind the camera, getting shots at these six-man football games, specifically with the state champion. How many times now?
8 times.
Ocho. 8-time Texas state champion, Richland Springs Coyotes.
Coyotes. And you pronounced it correctly. Thank you.
Yeah,
Coyotes.
it's Coyotes.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, I just need to tell you, and I've said this every time we start talking about them, what a fine group of young gentlemen.
Oh, most certainly.
You may not know this or remember, but for the last 4 years before I moved here, I was in education.
Yes.
High school and junior high. Those are some fine young men at Richland Springs. Courteous. I walked away. I'd say this every time I walk away. The first time I met the team, I'm going, where did these students come from? Am I dreaming this? Because I'd been not there at Richland Springs at the school. And it has a lot to do with the superintendent, the principal, the families.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just blown away. They're courteous, just gentlemen. And they played pretty good football.
Yes, they do. And you're right about just what a quality group of young men that they are. And not just the young men, but the young women, too. The entire school population, which, is not more than 120.
Right.
Kindergarten through 12th grade.
Yes.
And so it's almost the best of private education in a public setting. But one of the things that I say about my community, and I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say this, is that we do know how to raise kids.
Yeah.
And some better than others, but that's really where all that starts. And to be able to win 8 state championships in the last 13 years,
in
is
13
amazing.
years, they have won the state championship 8 times. Has that ever been done before?
No. In fact, they're tied with 2 or 3 11-man programs.
So it's never been done before in six-man football.
Never in
They're
six-man,
the first ones to ever do that, and that was a milestone they reached last year.
Oh well, yeah, they won their 8th. We won our 8th. I'm going to include myself in that
you
deal too.
should say that.
But yes, last
that
year
put them in an elite group that no one else has ever done that in six-man football.
No, I mean actually nobody had ever done it when they won their 6th.
Wow.
And 6th, 7th, 8th, and highly favored to win a 9th, which
year.
would make them the most state championships of any level of football in the state of Texas. More than anybody.
You want that bad, don't you?
I want it very badly.
So
you can only go on good looks and charm. I need some other kinds of things.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, we all have our faults. Mine is my brain. I think way too much.
But I mean, really heavily favored too.
When do they do summer training, 2-a-days or anything?
Well, there are summer programs that they're already involved in. It's non. You can't be handling a football. You can't be in pads and those kinds of things. But they can.
Is that because of state rules?
Yes, state rules. They can do strength and conditioning though.
Right.
And they're already involved in that.
When do they not play or practice football? For about 2 months out of the year?
About probably during basketball season.
Well, do any of those guys play basketball also?
Well, they have to. They wouldn't have a team. I mean, everybody. It's
That's-
civic.
I know
It's a
that's-
civic duty. You play all the sports. That's how it works.
I know that's the way it is here at the Gap. And,
Yeah.
and they're again a good, fine bunch of kids in these small towns.
Right.
Just respectful, and anyway, I can't say enough about it. And so you said it's 57 days till opening season?
56, 57 now. I mean,
Whatever
somebody
it
had
takes.
it on Facebook, and it's somewhere, right in there. And that, it's always an exciting time. There's nothing like high school football in this state. I mean, it's, of different sizes, but it's always a spectacular event.
Last year when we covered that state championship game, which was in Cowboy Stadium.
Yes.
They played 6-man football on the field at Cowboy Stadium.
That was just pretty cool, wasn't it?
That was
Be able
really
to be there.
cool. I'd never been in that stadium. I'd been in the one years ago. Watching the Cowboys play. It was a different stadium.
Yeah, it was Old Texas Stadium.
Yeah, Old Texas
in
Stadium.
Irving.
And but being down there on the what is it, Jake?
Right now we got Matt is 11 through 15, and we don't know who's next, but it's probably gonna be me.
Okay.
Here's hoping.
So they're playing a game of Cutthroat.
All
For
right.
those of you watching, that fly on the screen has not moved. It looks like a giant fly on the pool table.
Right.
But it's just on our screen. Cutthroat is where 3 players play a game of pool, and the object is you split the balls into 3 different sections in numbers, and you try and knock in your opponent's balls that they've chosen while retaining your own, protecting them, doing whatever you have. It's just a military game of pool. So. Speaking of games, I suppose, do they pick out the game? The opponents have already been chosen for this next season for the Coyotes.
For the most part, still have another game to schedule. We have a little bit of difficulty. You have district games, and those are automatically scheduled. But because the districts are small, like 4-team districts, then you've only got 3 opponents, so you need to fill out the rest of the 7 games. Well,
so there'll be some non-games that don't count for a district record kind of thing. They're just exhibition, or they're not a scrimmage.
They're regular season games.
They're regular season
it's
games.
just they don't have any
count
effect
toward
on the district,
the
and moving
standings.
in standings in the district are going into the playoffs. So because we've had a lot of success,
Who wants to play the 8-time state champions?
That's it.
I'm just sitting there going, if I'm a coach of Doodah Day, Texas, I'm going, no, we're going to play the girls' choir at St. Marie's.
So we end up scheduling there's a lot of private schools in Texas that play 6-man because of their size, and so we end up playing a lot of those private schools because our local friends, and neighboring communities don't necessarily want to play. So anyway, but it's all good. And
the coach. Tell us about the coach. I met him. I like him a lot.
Yeah, Jerry Burkhardt, he's the head coach.
I like him a lot. He's no nonsense.
Right.
But he loves those guys. He loves football. He loves the families and the community.
You bet.
Is his son still playing?
Yes. Well, actually, he's going to have two
sons playing this year.
He'll have
one's a senior.
One's a senior and one will be a freshman. And both are very good.
He has 3.
He has 3 sons.
3 boys.
Yeah,
One's
they were
already graduated.
All great football players. All great kids. So it'll be fun for him to have both of those boys on the team. But he is a great guy, and he's got he's lost like 8 games total
in 13 years.
In 13 years at Ripon.
So he's been the coach for all of their championship games.
He's been the coach since 2003, and they won their first state championship in 2004. And he's won as many state championships as he's lost games. I mean, it's just phenomenal. I did the math on it, and it's like a 95% winning average. It's just unbelievable. I mean, it's not, so it'll be another fun year.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
And you guys, filming and doing the show that we did throughout the season.
Oh, sure.
They just...
it's called Destined for Greatness. Those of you tuning in, check that out on TexasBigStar.tv, Destined for Greatness. And it covers last season's Richland Springs Coyotes championship run for their 8th state title.
And it gives you a little bit of background on six-man football.
And you, Barry, narrate. You host, narrate, and give quite a synopsis because you're a fabulous speaker, and you really tell a story. And I love. I was there when we did them, but I love watching them because you follow the whole story of this team in a documentary format that has soul to it and life. And
the work that you guys did, just the shots you got, the magnificent editing, even the ability to make me look good on camera,
right?
Pretty amazing, and which I appreciated. I had several offers of marriage because of it.
Did you now?
No, I did not. No, but it was. It really added to it. I mean, people would say, "When's the next episode coming out?"
Right.
And they would just be on me constantly about it because they enjoyed them too.
I recall our first time there. We had them. We went out and watched them practice, and that's right. We corralled them all into the into the weight room and had them record for the song.
Yes,
for the theme song.
Yes, you wrote this great ditty.
Coyote fight. Yeah.
Never die. And we use that now. Out on the field.
Oh, that was fun. They're going. We're doing what, Coach?
Yeah.
Just get in here. Okay. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just line them up like a choir. And all of a sudden, they're lined up like a choir. Yeah, and on the field, in the middle of the field. Right.
It was really so good. That
was great. So. It's called Destined for Greatness, and check that out, folks. Also, check out Matt, who I believe is on a run. Looks like he is running the
He's
table.
cutting everybody's throat.
He's cutting everybody's throat.
There you go. He looks good in black.
He does.
You do too,
Black shows up well in this environment with the wood grain behind us. It stands out and provides
kind of gives you a ninja look.
An ample amount of ninja contrast. Yes,
that's great.
Well, you're kind of ninja, but
I know.
you're a tropical ninja.
The reason I said that is because I wear a lot of black too, and I have friends that just wear me out about that. Oh, here comes the ninja.
I get that on occasion. Yeah. And it doesn't show dirt as well. Like this shirt, I haven't washed it in 6 months.
And it's a slimming effect.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
It's not true. I did wash it sometime in the last 2 weeks.
I believe you.
It does show dust, though.
Yes.
So I would not crawl in the attic of the Toad like I did yesterday with this on. I would choose a different something. Ray Lee is up, so Ray Lee is going to try and put someone out of their misery, but because I can tell that 2 ball is the last of a low number solid, and that's Jake saying sayonara. It's down to Ray Lee and Matt. It looks like there's a...
Jake doesn't look happy, does he?
There's stripes on the table. I can't tell what they are. I know one of those is a 9, and the other one is a 13. Oh, that was... So this is Matt for the win, I believe. He's going to try and knock in Ray Lee's number 9, and does not. He scratches, and leaving Ray Lee ample opportunity to return the favor.
What happens with a scratch in cutthroat? This goes to the next stick?
Yeah, it goes to the next stick. That's true. Ray Lee opens the door for Matt to have yet another chance to knock out Ray Lee, and I believe Matt will take that opportunity.
Look at that.
Matt is victorious in the game of cutthroat.
I'm going to go see if
Barry, they keep telling us that you and I.
We're going to play?
I guess.
Well, see, I can't.
Matt is victorious.
Come tell us about your big win, Matt.
Tell us about the your big
big
wind.
win.
WIND.
I need to take a short break. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Hushy and Tex.
Hushy and Tex.
Audio. They're on phone?
I think they are on phone.
Wait, why are they muted? Why did they mute? I'm sorry. I'll figure it out. Come back. Oh, Tex. How's it going, Tex? Oh, I'm seeing you. Oh, hold on. I know what's up. Now we got you.
You there, Tex?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing today?
We are doing well.
Hey, man, it's good to hear your voice.
Thank you.
So you
Always
guys,
great to be here.
did you guys see any of that amazing pool a few seconds ago?
Hey, shut your mouth.
Oh my gosh, man! It looked
know
like
it was
Jake was
bad.
trying to keep me in the game.
We know it was
Did you
bad.
see that?
I'm not.
I did.
Not good.
Oh boy!
Hey, you're
That's
better
like-
than me. That's what counts.
Oh,
It was
we'll
amazing.
play when you get here in July. We're gonna play some pool. It's gonna happen.
All right.
Did you guys talk a bit about six-man football?
We did. We discussed all of the Richland Springs championships and
So-
how we're looking forward to the number 9.
It's going to be a big deal. Should be.
It should be.
Yeah, it should be.
I mean, not only do we have, we've lost 2 guys,
Right.
and
To graduation.
to graduation.
Lost him in the parking lot.
Sniper got him.
No, he's
Out
on
by
right
the
now.
He's on the
Auditorium.
chat. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there he is.
Just-
2-0.
But we've got a great freshman class coming in.
Yeah.
And we had a kid move in, be a sophomore.
Now, is this a new wrinkle?
No, the family moved. I mean,
But they
Yes,
recently
this is-
moved.
yes.
In, as in
Yes.
how recently?
in the last 2 months.
Wow.
Tex,
And
did you play football?
He's an extremely good athlete.
I sure did. I played football for
Blanco, I believe.
for a couple of years, but
Who
then
did you
eventually
play for?
everybody outgrew me. I played in Ozona with the Ozona Lions,
Ah.
and I also played in Brady for the Brady Bulldogs for a bit.
Is that 6?
Brady's just 27 miles from Richland Springs, over in McCullough
Yeah,
County.
yes, sir. I lived out there at the lake, and I played for a year out there, but
On the lake?
yeah. No, that would
Oh,
been
at
hard
Brady
to
High
breathe.
School. Okay. Did you ever walk on the lake?
When actually 1 year, I've only seen it happen once, but 1 year it froze, and there was a little cove where it froze across, and I actually got to walk out there across it, and then I got in a lot of trouble because apparently I could have broke the ice and fell in and all that, but it was fun.
Yeah, you should be careful about that.
Listen to the Norwegian.
The Norwegian knows.
The Norwegian
When I was
knows.
in high school, I lived in Lake Worth, Texas, and Lake Worth, we lived right on the lake. That sucker froze. I mean, frozen whitecaps. It was that cold. And I walked across the entire lake to the restaurant about
Did you get in trouble?
3/4 of a mile away. No. I mean, the ice, no kidding. It was,
Wow.
it was like it froze for 2 weeks.
Wow.
It was just,
I bet that was a blast.
it was a blast.
You know-
And severely cold.
I do have a story about Brady Lake. I did a wedding out there, and one of the colors was camouflage.
Oh.
That would be a Texas wedding.
Evidently.
You find that on the color wheel?
Yep.
On
I
the
swear.
infrared
Did you wear
spectrum,
a
there's-
camouflage
you got
tux?
violet,
No, I did
fuchsia,
not.
camo.
Did anybody else
Did
have
the-
one?
Nobody had a camouflage
Did the
tux, but there were
groom-
camouflage vest,
Did the,
camouflage sash.
did the groomsmen carry shotguns?
No, but they all had
I've
snuff
seen
in
it.
their back pocket.
It's a thing that I've seen on the internet.
Well,
they took
the
pictures.
wedding's not the important thing. The important thing is, did you do some crappie fishing while you were there?
I did not.
Oh,
I did not. It was way too hot. It was like middle of July, August, sometime like that. But so, what do you do now, Tex?
I'm retired military actually, so I don't do much of anything except for watch this show.
Really?
and
you're there
silly
in
video
Midland,
games with
right?
us.
Yeah, play video games.
You're there in Midland?
That's all he does.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a fine town.
No, it's not.
Oh, come
The
on.
longest week or month.
It's hot. It's
Maybe it was
dirty, it's,
Odessa. Maybe it was Odessa I'm thinking about.
Yeah, if
not
you're gonna-
Midland.
Odessa's even worse.
Yeah, if you're going to Odessa, Midland, kind of Fort Worth, Dallas thing going on, you know, a little bit of attitude between the two.
Longview, Tyler.
Yeah,
same kind of
exactly.
deal.
Yeah, it's about, they've got about 5 miles apart, so it's, I don't know why they can't get along. I used to explain to people in the military, they'd see us and be like, oh, well, you Texans all get along so well. I was like, well, that's because you see us out of our environment. But you get us at home and you put us in a town, it's just a few miles apart from another town, and we're mortal enemies, especially when it comes to football.
Oh, definitely.
Well, football, yeah, that just goes without saying.
Yeah.
So, what branch of the military?
Army.
Army.
Yes, sir.
And how long were you in? 20 years?
I was in, no, I did, I think 14, and I got injured, and it was retired.
Did you
I
serve
went in a
overseas?
little later.
Did you serve overseas?
Yeah, I spent some time in Iraq, and I did 3 tours in Korea. Not the war. I'm not that old.
No.
you know.
Well, thank you for your service.
Indeed.
Yeah.
He's been with us on the show like live.
Wow.
He showed up one Saturday. We didn't know he was coming.
He'd been a chat guest for a month or so, and then all of a sudden was here in the background one day.
Barry.
How great.
Pretty funny.
He found out
Barry,
where
we were in Amsterdam, okay, and we're excited because we've got all of our people. at VidCon.
Jake and Dylan is we.
Yeah,
They were.
Yeah,
oh,
sorry.
They were there.
Exactly. So we were in Amsterdam, super stoked to have everyone there. We're talking with people at VidCon, and all of a sudden I get a message, and it says, my face was up on the screen before we started, and he goes, "Why are you making that weird face?" And I went, "Oh, tell Matt to turn off the live. It's not supposed to be live yet." He goes, "Oh, it's not live." And I went, "How are you seeing my face?" And then all of a sudden I see this dude in the back kind of look up with his hat. And I'm like, "You dog." he came to the Horny Toad while we were overseas. It was dumb. But I'm glad he came anyway.
So everybody else has a
July.
fidget spinner, but Tex has this show.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
There you go.
Oh my God.
And I told the story.
There's a new Adam West. Hey.
It freaked me out that my aunt lives there just a few miles. And when I say a few miles, I mean like 4 or 5 from where the show takes place. And I had been watching the show in Georgia. And when I moved back to Texas, I drove through there. I stayed a night at my aunt's house, and then I went on to West Texas. And not having any idea that the show was right there within a couple of miles of where I was at. So then later on, when I went back and visited my aunt, I swung by there and intended on just hiding in the background and watching it. And yeah, Jake busted me.
I ratted him out.
How great is that?
I mean, I knew that you were going to be there, and I saw you walking around. So,
Guy in Norway.
Oh, she's never surprised.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a very odd world we live in. The guy in Norway knows more about what's happening in this bar than we do.
Telling you, Hushy, you certainly need to be a guest host while you're here.
Oh, yeah.
You would
Sure,
recognize
sure.
all the faces, and Lord knows it would give me time to see my children. Albeit briefly, and then I'll be back.
Man, Brian is constantly setting me up to look like some sort of really bad guy. He was talking about having Brock on. I'm like, dude, you're going to make it look like I'm exploiting children.
No, think about the way you phrased it. You said, don't you think that's going to be looking like we're exploiting children? I said, well, if you really want it to, Matt, I'll do that for you. I don't think it's right, though.
What is wrong with you, man?
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. So, now we're going to have some people here. We were thrilled to have Tex here. We're looking forward to having some of our regulars. Steph I call you Steph. Do you go by Stephanie? Does she go by Steph? All right, because I just by default I say Steph, so she's going to be here hopefully. And there's
most people say Steph. So
all right, cool. So you guys all know each other from online, but we're all going to be hanging out. You know, you guys, I'm looking forward to it, but you guys all realize that these meetups don't always end up being as much fun as you think they're going to be, right? You've heard these stories on the internet, right?
Yeah, once you hang out with us,
great, but
those guys are no fun at all.
I mean,
All
it
they're
could be
doing is
great. I'm not
working.
saying couldn't be great, but
Yeah, I told people that. Oh, it's so ironic. You got to hear this
That's
story.
so ironic.
And then I
That's-
find out, it wasn't.
Oh,
it wasn't true.
Yeah, Tex, Morgan actually did a thing at UNT with Bobby McFerrin for real. She was on stage with him, so yeah, he's
Well, where was
alive.
she at when I was telling everybody this story?
I know she wasn't there. There's no telling where she is.
Well, either way, he'd want us to not worry and to be
and be happy.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Don't worry.
All right, so my question: do you guys want to go? Do one of you or do both of you guys want to? Because Ray Lee's over there ready to play. You either play the three of you and play Cutthroat like Jake and I did.
You know, want to is a strong word, Matt.
Well, it's going to have to take a little bit of.
I'm game for whatever.
I can play some Cutthroat.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys go play Cutthroat?
Let's do that.
So Ray Lee's over there. The table's ready to go. We're going to commentate, I think.
So Hushy and Tex, it's good to have you with us.
Mm-hmm. Good to be here. Always good to be here.
So, like I said earlier, I haven't written up the email yet, but we got to get you some info because we're going to be. You got 4 people coming in, and we'll get some just ideas together. Let everyone know to bring some grocery money, and
Well, I'm
we'll make
definitely
it into a
bringing my
thing.
card. So
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
it's okay.
Jake, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Well,
The stream can.
All right. So the thing
Maybe I
is
need to
that Ray
turn myself up a
Lee
little.
was loading some hay the other day, and he fell. He showed his arm all busted up, man. He's
Yeah,
he's in pain. He's playing hurt.
it's real bad.
Yeah.
It looks bad.
I asked him if he was sucking down the ibuprofen, and he was like, "Yeah." Big old gash on his arm. So
Hey, why isn't Mark and Jan talking? Come on. Hey, y'all.
Well, I do have to say for everybody out there that's watching and listening, just how amazing is this that we're about to have a group, all these people meeting down there together. None of us knew each other from Adam, and doing an online thing, talking in these Twitch streams. We all got to know each other. We've all been gaming together. We've all spent time together, and you forge friendships. And it's just amazing that in our world today, everybody can communicate, everybody can meet each other, everybody can learn stuff about each other without ever sitting face to face. At first, when the internet came out, I was a little wary of that stuff, but now people get married from that.
Yeah, I never worried.
Well,
it's
we're always cautious, but at the same time, it used to be you had to be cautious. Like,
hey, you gonna watch the break?
Yo, here we go. Yeah, but you used to have to be cautious, and now there have been more positive stories of really, really cool communities growing out of the internet and how it connects people.
Wow.
Which is
Well, the thing is, though, guys, I mean, it's like anything. You got to pay attention. I mean, when people do stupid things and bad things happen, the stories get out, then people learn how to be cautious and know how to do it right. I mean, anytime you have new technology, somebody's going to misuse it.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think enough people have heard all the horror stories with online connections and stuff like that. Most people are a little bit more savvy about how to not have to deal with that. So, doesn't mean it won't happen.
There's also the thing that if it goes well, it's less likely to come out.
Yeah, exactly. You don't hear the
it's
about
true.
the good stories. You hear about the bad stuff happening.
Well, you've heard enough. You've heard enough stories about people finding their spouses online now that it's, it's not as strange to hear that story. It's actually more and more common. But
I don't like text that much.
Yeah, exactly. So
I would never try to break up Jillian.
Oh,
That's
no.
funny. That's funny. Yeah. All right. So what do we got? Who sunk what?
I don't know. Is Barry playing?
Yeah, he's getting ready to. It's Rayleigh broke. Brian knocked some in. We got to figure out who's what. You know how to play Cutthroat, right?
Not really, actually. Never
All
played
right.
it before. So there's a learning experience.
So
for
okay,
all
so
of us.
here's how it works. Yeah, it's JB.
Mr. Cyan Blade.
Okay, you have 15 balls.
Yes.
And what it is, you break it into 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 15. And
All
the
right.
goal is that you want to not knock in your set of balls. So whoever makes a ball first gets to pick which numbers they want.
Okay, I
So as
got
soon as
you.
you make one and nobody else has picked it, then you get to decide if you want one. So a while ago, I knocked some balls in. Then I said I want to be 11 through 15 because I hadn't knocked any of those in.
Yeah.
So you want to be the guy with the last balls on the table.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Interesting.
Jan! Contain
That's
yourself.
totally, completely inappropriate.
Come on, Jan.
Totally.
Joke. On live television. Way to go.
Oh, wow. You know how many times she tells me I should be beeping people on the show?
Oh my
And then there she goes. I think that's Jake's favorite part of the whole show right there.
New highlight. New favorite.
New highlight.
Yep. Also, Dylan, I see what you did there.
Dylan's entertaining himself over there.
Guy on chat right now.
There's all kinds of weird things happening on this show today, especially right now.
But you know what the internet loves? It loves weirdness.
Yeah, well, it's loving this.
I don't think. Oh, there he is.
There's
he is.
Barry. So.
The internet also loves jokes.
Oh no!
No,
Don't do this to
no,
us.
That
JB.
just sounds wrong. I don't even know what it is, but that doesn't
JB's
sound
at
like.
the table.
Come on, guys.
JB's at the table.
Come on, guys.
Oh,
I'm running out of material. I only have half a shirt left.
Nah.
here's the thing, JB. I have to give this to you. The quality of your jokes are very consistent.
They're consistently bad.
That's true.
They're very consistent. Uh-oh. Sloth Time Lord
Hey,
is
Dylan.
at the table, man.
It's always really bright up here. Kind of throws me off.
Yeah, it is.
It kind of intimidates you.
So,
I forget
what are
that
you doing
he
down
eats
there?
the
with
mic.
that pool noodle.
I don't have a pool noodle.
I don't know.
This isn't a pool noodle. This is a
Sword.
ninja
Oh,
sword,
right.
as Brock told us earlier.
Yep.
What was I going to say, though? Oh, you were talking about, was the question today, like, what kind of food do you like from different parts of the
Yeah,
world?
yeah.
Favorite food or drink
gonna
that
say-
is clearly tied to a culture.
So when me and Jake used to play the shop we played Magic at in San Marcos, there was a Greek restaurant across
Right.
the street from it that we
Oh,
went
yeah?
to.
Oh, I didn't know this,
The first
that you
place
liked
I
this
had had gyros.
Oh, man.
I really like those. That's like a really unique food for. I mean,
Very, very tasty.
yeah, gyros are really good.
Oh, awesome,
They're made from
awesome.
sheep, right? Usually.
Lamb and that
lamb.
You
cucumber
usually say
sauce.
lamb.
Lamb, sorry.
Lamb is sheep, but it sounds better when you say lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a
You
lamb.
want some sheep?
Wait, a lamb is a baby sheep, right? Does that mean they only make it from baby sheep?
That
Yeah,
would taste
sure.
better.
Really?
But when
It's
you
like
get them
veal.
when you get them in
Yeah,
the
sure.
States, it's actually a mixture of beef and lamb, and it looks like it's a whole leg up there, but all it is they take the meat, they chop it up, they compress it
Right.
to where it looks like a leg, and then they shave off. I mean, it's still good, but it's a lot of beef on the ones here in America.
It sounds good.
Oh, they're awesome.
Never had lamb before.
Really?
Nope, never have.
It's good stuff.
You ever gyro? You never
I
had gyro?
have.
I've never had a gyro.
very good.
Oh, man.
And that's the question. Are they called gyros, heroes,
It's-
gyros?
It's
See,
it's all of them. I mean, gyro. It's
When you see the word, it looks like gyro.
Yeah.
Everybody would
yeah,
say.
it's not gyro.
But it's not that.
Gyro, kind of a gyro.
I always just ask for a lamb taco.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah,
go.
that worked.
I'm from Texas. I want a lam taco. I want to start. Give me one of them lamb tacos. I'm gonna have to ask for that next
We
time.
go on a trip to Greece.
Oh man, he missed that shot.
Hey, I'll actually be right back. I have to
All
do
right.
something.
All right. We got to figure out who's shooting at what. Do we have any idea? We figured that out yet?
Steph, you can't crack a cold one. Or maybe you can. I guess you don't have to
sexist.
You don't have to be a boy to crack one with the boys.
Don't be sexist.
But the people you're with have to be boys if you're cracking one.
Crack one open.
JB.
I'm
Can
going to
you go
crack
turn
one
on
open with the boys.
Well, see, we were talking about this. Does a bottle count as crack? Can you crack a bottle?
I just cracked the bottle.
I think
over somebody's head.
Technically, cracking a cold one is more historically a can.
Do you want me to go get a can of
Jan is shaking her head.
Unlabeled beverage?
You should just go on the show. You can hear me.
Stephanie, you might want to put that in a different way, I sure hope.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
So not everybody has any idea what's being read on screen right
Trust
now.
me, you should have seen who was in chat earlier.
Yeah.
JB, I need you to do me a favor.
What?
Go turn on the pool wide shot.
I can do
And turn it back off.
Yeah, we only got the overhead. It's going to be over. Oh!
You know, I was thinking after the show, if they're still selling that, are they finishing the game here? What do we got?
Almost. We're getting close.
If they're
So
still
has
selling,
anybody here tried any Korean food?
Yeah, I like Korean food.
Because one of the things that I missed whenever I did leave over that I just loved every time I went was bulgogi, which is like a Korean barbecue. It's like a beef, but in a sweet sauce, kind of a teriyaki type sauce, but it's a lot more
That's
tender
it.
and
That's game.
I think he won.
Yeah.
He won.
Pretty close, too.
So go on about this food.
no, that was it. It's just it's really good. It's one of the things that I miss if you're talking about
You're not a
foreign food
kimchi
or food from
fan?
a specific area. Oh no.
I love kimchi.
And the worst thing about kimchi is in the mornings, you'd go to work and you'd have all these people come in and they would have kimchi for breakfast.
Yeah, it's strong
So
stuff,
everybody
man.
was sitting there close to each other working, and half the time the air conditioning didn't work. And so you just got kimchi breath all in your face all day. It was
That's
yeah,
wrong, man.
that thing smells.
it was not good.
You know what kimchi is?
I kind of know what it is. I think it's boiled cabbage.
In the ground.
There's a really good food truck in Austin called a Cilantro, which is fusion with different Southeast Asian food and like Mexican cuisine, and they have kimchi fries that are very, very good, like really good.
You're a fan.
They're really good. I like it.
So Barry Fikes, the guy that was sitting over here earlier, at some point we're going to do a food show with him.
Yes.
I'm thinking,
nice.
I don't know how we're going to pull it off. We got to figure out how to get some money, but I think it would be a good time because, Barry likes to eat and Barry likes to talk. That's good content.
Just don't do it at the same time or you'll choke.
No, I think he could do that too.
Okay.
So, what do we got online, man?
Just saying hi to people.
This is funny because I want to point this out. I mean, the quality of our show does not seem to be much different when everybody who actually is running the show is in front of the camera and nobody. There's we're driving right with no hands.
I'm just that good.
Look, man, no hands.
Everybody.
Brian's just laughing and smiling. I'm not on the show right now.
Everybody's
Life is good.
I've known for a long time.
So I do this too often, and I try to be as thankful as I can be as a young spoiled kid. The other day we were working with some technology, and I walked over to Matt and I said, everything is pretty much just given to me at this point. Like there used to be things that took days to set up, that now it's just like, oh, click this button and it's all there waiting for you. But the ability for us to talk to someone in England and then jump on Discord with you guys, have you guys out, all the games that we play online and stories we can tell, it's really cool. And I'm really, really glad that we have an opportunity to meet people like you guys. So we're excited to have you here.
I'll drink to that.
In a month, I'll be there.
Yeah?
You dang millennials and your fancy contraptions.
we need a family portrait, Texas Big Star family portrait.
Yeah.
That
Steph is saying.
Nice.
I would like that.
You could pose with like a goat or something.
Oh, you're talking like the ones with like the matte green or blue.
Yeah, like awkward,
drops
like
that are,
80s.
You know the lighting, 80s awkward.
And then we like like slide in our faces from the side.
Yeah.
Like, overlaid.
like with like a gradient with
With
your
an- yeah.
face like real close and look
Gotta
at
have
a
that
light.
glow.
Like a glamour shot?
Yep.
Glamour
Like
shot.
the ones
That's
you used
it.
to get in the mall back in the 80s.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
I think they still do it with just a little nicer camera.
Yeah, but only real estate agents. That's true.
Yeah.
You can pay good money for that, Stephanie. Just go.
Yeah, just go to.
Wait a second, I gotta go put up the donation.
Go to TexasBigStar.tv unless we're donating, which is.
Don't forget at TexasBigStar.com, you can also become a monthly patron. If you donate any amount, you get to see a lot of extra content that we don't post publicly.
Yeah,
They were trying to add to constantly. Yeah,
And,
it's all the stuff that we wouldn't want most people to see. but
Right.
Yeah.
If you pay
Me not
for
in black,
the right
wearing
price.
capris.
Thank you, Tex. Tex is doing double duty. He's talking to us and also being our wonderful moderator.
I look good in spring colors, pastels and stuff. I mean, it matches my eyes and my skin.
Hey,
tone.
Hushy, you're on chat with us now, but I don't know if I said earlier, but thanks for the donation, man. Once again, if you are coming to Texas, just save up some money for groceries while you're here. It's gonna be a week-long trip at the least. So
right.
And
I've got family there. I don't need money.
Just bum it off of them.
And I got more than enough. Just don't worry about it.
Y'all may not have realized
Hushy's-
this.
Hushy's
but
making it rain.
Hushy is actually a real estate salesman in Norway. He sells igloos, and the market is very good right now. With global
Don't forget
warming,
about
they
the
keep
whales.
they keep melting, so he just sells another one, and it's just a cycle. So yeah, he's doing really well off.
I can agree with Steph. Ramen every day.
Ramen every day.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
a good way to
no.
live life.
No, see,
Ramen
I was
every
telling.
day.
Sorry,
That's
what?
another cuisine thing we were talking about. I was telling Dylan, next time we go to Austin, there is a ramen place in
Is that a
Austin.
Muslim holiday?
Ooh,
No, I'm serious. What is she
No.
saying?
Ramadan, ramen.
That's
Day.
Ramadan.
Day
eating
is
ramen
every day.
every day. Gotcha.
Day is every day.
I don't hear so well.
It's okay.
Remember,
it's, a weird
it's
word.
cool to spell things wrong on
Yes,
the internet.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
But but there's a place in Austin that has fantastic slow prepared, as all different toppings and things. You can have bowls of different broths and ramen, but it's like really nice ramen.
Real
dinner.
ramen.
Like real ramen, like a really nice ramen place.
Not the dry.
We're over
brick-
here
Yes,
with the cups.
because the other day I made it my entire college career without ever eating instant ramen. Okay, my entire college career,
sad.
and I had one the other day, and it is rough.
When we go to that ramen place,
Yeah.
I'll just order plain ramen noodles.
Yes. Dylan loves to do things that make my skin crawl. Like
then-
go to a ramen place and order nothing, and then you're going to put your little spice
And then
packet.
I'll be prepared because I'll have this ramen spice packet that I carry around with me all the
You
time.
carry a spice packet in your wallet?
Yeah.
Hey, you never know when you just need some. What's that? Chicken seasoning.
Always be
What?
prepared.
Hang on. What does that say?
Wait, what?
It's chicken flavor.
Yeah, chicken flavor.
So you just get a little, just a
you
mobile
sure
MSG packet.
Seasoning?
Say what? What was that text?
Are you sure that's seasoning?
That's seasoning. Look at that.
He
That's,
pulled a little plastic or little metal
that's the
packet.
joke. That's why I have it in my wallet.
Yeah.
'Cause you're out with people at a bar or something, always be prepared. You never know what'll happen. And you
Right.
slide this out of your wallet and they see the wrapper to imply that it's something else. I don't know what else. And then you pull it out and it's ramen.
Yeah, you know how white boys always be in the club? Just pull out that, you're good.
Brian,
Now, I'm-
this is what happens when your production team gets on the show.
I did this.
Note to self:
Keep them in the back.
keep the behind the crew scene behind the scenes.
Now, isn't ramen originally Japanese?
I don't know.
Would it be Japanese? I think so.
Well, it's the
I know it's
the
really
Chinese
big
invented
in
pizza
Japanese.
and noodles, right? Isn't it?
Well, I mean, when I don't know about noodles, but there are so many different types of noodle dishes
Yeah.
in so
Right.
many different cultures, subcultures in Southeast Asia that I don't know if you could, peg that to one location. But
I don't know if it originated there, but I know it's very popular
Actually-
in Japan.
The good stuff.
Yeah, the good
Ramen is originally from China.
Yeah,
Okay.
China.
Okay.
I see that now. China, and it found its way
They're
to
both
Japan.
they're both on Wikipedia.
I
so.
thought pizza also, but you know. But only one country can say it invented the sandwich, right?
Really?
The hamburger.
It was a hamburger and the Hamburglar. That was America.
Did it
The
with
hamburger,
Hamburglar.
the sandwich was the Earl of Sandwich. It was the English cat, right? That was his name.
I'm sorry,
Really?
but if you say Earl of Sandwich, it just sounds like you're making it up. Doesn't
No,
matter
no,
if you're
I'm
telling the
serious.
truth.
And
It just sounds
someone-
like
I
you're
mean,
making it up.
Listen, we have the first-rate crackpot crew of folks that can look this up. The history of the sandwich, I thought, was either the king or a nobleman wanted to get a meal to go at a tavern. He's like, I got to get on the road, and so he was given, meat and bread usually on a plate. And he took it and
It's first fast food.
pow, put the meat between two pieces of bread. And I believe he was an earl, and he was from the Hampshire of Sandwich was the name of the place.
Now I want to look that up.
I've actually heard that. That's the
Yeah.
Very close, convenient food.
Oh, you're right. Fourth Earl of Sandwich, a British statesman and notorious, words, profligate
John Montagu.
and gambler.
Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that hamburger didn't come from Hamburg, Germany.
It didn't come from Hamburg.
Actually came from Mongolia, and it was the Mongolians who would take a piece of tough meat because they ate raw meat,
Yeah.
and they would put it under their saddle and ride all day with it. Then by the time they stopped riding,
It
it
was all
would be
ground
salty.
up.
It would be tender.
Ooh.
Yes, and Stephanie
salty bit.
is
I don't
right.
know.
That's what it is. He was a gambler. And a statesman, notorious gambler, and so he didn't want to leave the gaming table to get up and
to get a separate.
so bring it to me.
We owe the sandwich to a gambling problem.
We do.
In the 17
and we
1700s.
also take our lives into it's quite a bit of a gamble when we order them in fast
So-
food restaurants still.
How do you think the Earl ordered those sandwiches? Was he like, wench, get me a sandwich?
I'm sure he was just ordering dinner, and the whole eating at the table was just necessity.
Yeah.
What is it? Father of invention.
The mother of necessity is the smell of fortitude. What is it? No. It's not right.
Tex,
Somebody help me with my colloquialisms.
About the hamburger, I don't know if I would want that kind of salty hamburger. That sounds gross.
Yeah.
But then again, they're eating raw meat anyway.
Yeah,
so.
true.
What kind of salty hamburger?
Well, he was
we
talking about hamburger. The Mongolians would put it under their saddle because it was tough meat. So by the time they ate it, it was
Yeah,
salty.
that's got quite
and
a
tender.
Yeah.
I'd like
Still
to-
better.
I'd rather have a seasoning packet.
But hey, while we're on the topic of where food was invented, can anyone here guess where potato chips were invented?
Oh, that was in Potatomia.
You got that right, Tex?
The Earl of Chip ordered some.
I know the story about, wasn't it the chef that was making he was just slicing potatoes and he sliced them too thin. Or what is it?
The patron that was buying the potatoes got angry because he said the potatoes were too thick, so he kept sending them back. So to be a smartass,
He
the
just
chef
sliced them
chopped
really,
them
really
as
thin.
thin as he could, over salted them,
Yeah.
sent them back to him, and
He loved
so they
them.
were crispy and salty, and the guy ended up loving them, and they started selling them regular.
There's your potato chips.
There you go. So.
And I have entirely too much useless knowledge.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Well, look, the Earl
Pretty
of
useless.
Sandwich lived to be, 74?
Yeah, looks like it. And in 1792, that's pretty good.
That's pretty impressive.
Must have been a
for
healthy
that time.
sandwich.
Healthy sandwich.
Yeah.
1792.
Guac
That's
on
when
it.
Columbus discovered America.
No,
Sandwiches
it
are
is
healthy.
not.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1792. That's how the song goes.
No, I think it's back it up about 3 centuries there.
Yeah,
What?
3 centuries.
Yeah, 1492.
Oh wait, but the 92 part was right. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I was totally wrong.
Yeah,
I
and
was
Britney
trying-
Spears was 1992. That's her. She sailed into the entertainment world.
Wait, really?
I'm just guessing.
90
It seems
92?
about right.
92.
She got
would've
popular
been
when I
pretty-
was-
I don't think she was quite big then, because she was big whenever I was probably 6 or 7, and that was.
Well,
Oh, she was
It-
still a
it-
Mouseketeer then, wasn't she?
No,
Yeah.
you have to be
She was a
pretty close to
Mouseketeer.
being right because the Mouseketeers had stopped just a few years before that, so that would
Her
put
and
it at
Justin
about
Timberlake.
the right age. So
Yeah,
around
she was
92
on
is
Disney,
about when it was.
You know.
Was it? No, I don't know.
She wasn't big though.
I think it must have been 96 or 7, but anyway.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
What the actual heck has this devolved to?
Yeah, this, the design of this show was that if we had a schedule, we could do it and we could make it happen. And
Right.
then when we didn't, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
And we would just hang out and we don't have to do anything we don't want to. So it's nice.
We've basically turned this into the podcast of the crew.
Kind of.
It's a forum, if you will, and it's both entertaining, enlightening, educational, somewhat instructional, and it's covering all the bases to be palatable to any discerning viewer.
Yeah.
See, he puts a positive spin on this.
Ryan
Man, we're
has
talking about food here.
has an ability.
We're not sure what it is.
Yeah. So, Steph, what month was that? I can't remember if you're slightly older or slightly younger than I am. Because I was also a 92 kid. I think Dylan was 91. So
First, you never ask a lady her age.
Oh, I didn't ask her. I didn't ask her. She divulged. She divulged. Divulged.
Yeah, divulged.
Words.
You got that word out
words
there?
are hard.
So it makes me feel really old because I graduated in 92.
Woo!
Wow.
Oh wow. Well, I wasn't born yet, so there's that.
That's with the Squirrel Empress.
Yeah.
Have we talked about the idea of squirrels and Stephanie's
Don't get started on squirrels.
usage thereof? I mean, what
about squirrels?
Well, the
Squirrels
group,
is to Stephanie as sloths is to Dylan.
Yeah.
That's her thing.
Right.
Sloths are my thing.
Except for ground squirrels. She seems to have an issue with ground
And
squirrels.
walrus is to Jake.
that is not true.
Jake is obsessed with walruses.
I am absolutely obsessed with them.
And the color cyan is to me.
Well, it's not an animal, but I guess that
And
works.
magpies and text.
Hey, I can make it an animal.
It could be.
Well, there you go. Steph has answered your question.
cute, amazing, awesome, and fun.
Steph, there is a squirrel that I think has recently. You've told her about this because you used to go to school there for 1 year.
Yeah, the albino
The
squirrel
albino
at
squirrel
UNT.
at UNT. Apparently, it has
Apparently,
died.
he was killed in a car accident.
But they think there
Oh.
might be another.
See, when I was there, I never saw him, and he was kind of a myth. No
But
one knew-
Morgan saw him.
Well, because he's been there for. I mean, squirrels don't have that long of a lifespan. They
Yeah.
can't live for more than, 10 years, and he had been a thing before I started going there.
So he was an old squirrel.
So maybe he wasn't. Yeah, maybe he was an old squirrel at that point.
Yeah.
And it was near the school?
It just kind of lived around the school at UNT in North Texas.
So it was an old school squirrel.
School squirrels.
An old school squirrel.
Old school
right.
squirrel.
The squirrels on
yes.
college campuses are much different than any other squirrels you'll encounter.
Yes.
They are not scared of humans at all, and you can feed them Cheetos out of your
Extremely
hands.
domesticated, and then because of the university atmosphere, they're
Fat.
well educated. Yeah.
Yeah, they're smarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fat squirrels.
They
be
understand
And
human
they all
interaction.
study sociology.
Right. Right. Maybe the students are their lab.
Maybe actually in every tree there's just a squirrel college class.
And we're talking about this.
Yes, we are.
Well, there are some interesting college classes out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
True. We
Yeah.
had. There's some interesting ones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
Well,
one.
we still haven't heard from Hushy on the food thing. Now,
Oh,
instead of
the
another
cuisines.
place, Hushy, there where you're at, what would be your national dish, the Norwegian national
And don't say
dish?
lutefisk because that's rough eating.
It isn't lutefisk. It's some kind of it's some kind of lamb dish. But I don't really like it. I'm more into
You mean baby sheep?
yeah, baby sheep text.
Nice.
But it's that, and it's cabbage, and there's some seasoning that you have to have with it that I don't really know because I don't have it that often.
Yeah.
But For me, it's mostly just fish. That's what I like to eat. That it's kind of special about Norway.
Yeah, I apologize. In Texas, we're kind of mainland Texas, so the fish out here is mostly like river trash fish.
Yeah.
The bass.
Crappie.
Not
Crappie, catfish.
Yeah, not great for eating, but
that's fine.
But we'll
I eat the hell out of it.
I'm gonna say hi to Human, and then I'm gonna hop off. I think Barry's gonna come back up here in a second
Yeah.
to talk about something.
the production team ought to go back to work.
Yeah, we probably should because we've just been on one camera for a really
And Jan
long
Wallace is going to
time.
come join us.
So yeah.
Oh, she's not.
I'll see
She's
you
going
guys
to make
on
us
the
all
other side.
very sad.
There's nobody.
You don't want to talk
flying
to
the
Tex?
plane.
Tex, would you like to talk to Jan Wallace?
I would love to talk to Jan Wallace.
Oh, now you're going to make him sad. All you got to do is say hi. Oh, no, come here.
She's not gonna. She's not gonna do it.
No. Here we go.
She's
Here we
not
go.
gonna do it.
Here we go.
No,
She doesn't have to be on-
Barry's got a.
She
Barry's
doesn't
got a
have to be
question
on-
for you, Jake.
Yeah.
Barry's got a question for you.
Hold just like a.
Were you talking about fishing?
I was talking about eating mainland Texas fish that's all river trash.
Oh, I thought you were talking about you were fishing.
No, I'm not a big
I didn't
fisherman.
know about this.
I've done my fair share of fishing, but it was a
Yeah.
long time ago, and I wasn't that big of a fan of it. I have friends. I have a lot of friends who are like. I've got a buddy I just went on a gig with up in Dallas that has, I think, 20 or 30 body records, like body of water records for catches
Right.
for certain species of fish, and he's just got a wall of these, like what are they called? Certificates and different, like a trophy or two. He's crazy. He's a really big time fisherman. So
They would drop him from a
Jan, come
large
here.
height and he would catch them, or
Yeah, I don't know. I have
I'm
a
not-
friend.
we're gonna make sure that
Oh, wait
she
a
at
minute,
least
here we
says
go.
hi.
Who are we talking to? Hi, Tex. I think of you more of the desert rat. There you go.
That's fine,
She
ma'am.
would-
How you doing?
She would not be on camera, but I had to make sure she said hi.
Right. We're looking for you to come and see us. Okay?
Outstanding.
All right.
Can't wait for it.
Bye-bye.
Half of
Bye-bye.
our-
You take care, ma'am.
Half of our group is not on camera. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go do my job now.
Where'd Brian go?
Brian saw you guys come over and said, "Sweet, I can take off."
I think he went to get water.
Water's good. I should have had some of that. We're getting
No.
dehydrated. Barry's sitting there experiencing the energy levels it takes to do this.
I've never been more exhausted from just sitting and talking.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's we were waxing philosophical a second ago. I don't know that we're going to go into it. We were talking about how life is and how technology is and the interesting aspects of this show.
You know, it really, it is an amazing show because it, wide-ranging topics.
The opposite of what any good sponsor would want.
I know. I mean, it's like, but for all the contrarians out there.
Hold it.
What?
I got to stop. That's not what I meant. Because I just said these were not good sponsors. Yeah, these are great sponsors.
He just beeped himself.
It takes a certain kind of people to appreciate
Right.
the nature of this particular show, and I am thrilled to have the relationship we have with Dublin Bottling Works in that they get who we are,
And
we
hot-
get who they are,
Right.
and there's a love thing happening there. So
That's why they just
it works.
they just
I helped you out
blocked you
there.
out right
Yeah,
there.
oh, thank you. Go there. Cover that up, please. Same thing with our buddy Ernie. I mean, he knows who we are. We love him.
This is live.
I think he's watched 2 or 3 shows of ours.
Good. Good.
This is 31 or 32. But Ernie was like on one of the very, very first shows, hotashstove.com, the guy. He came out here from Atlanta, was on our show.
How
we love
great.
Ernie. So my point is that your stereotypical sponsor
Yes.
is not as likely to roll with a new venture like this. That was my point.
Yeah.
So it's not like when I said any good sponsor, I meant
Right,
the stereotypical sponsors looking for stuff that we're having a hard time delivering right now.
But I mean, like, people that do get it, that might be a little contrarian to, the mainstream of how this medium works.
Yeah. I think some
they'd
people
love
get
it. They'd love it.
Yeah. I can't help myself. The context we were talking about earlier is like this whole world has gotten more and more specialized.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were talking about this just the other day. My parents were talking about football, and when he played football, when they lost the possession of the ball, they all just stayed on the field because you played both defense and offense.
Yes.
And now we live in a society where it's so specialized and so detailed that nobody knows how to do lots of things. They do one thing only.
That's right.
Only.
Right.
And so the way to make money on the internet is to pick some specific tiny niche and then just hammer the crap out of that and do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can find people because the sponsors want that group.
Right.
And you can give it to them because you're that focused. When you tend to be more broad oriented and cover a wide range of topics and just kind of hang out, I see that as value because it culturally gives you the ability to counter all of this hyper focus that systems seem to be leaning towards.
Yes, this is a very eclectic show. A little bit of everything.
Well, and also when the entire premise of the show is to spread Texas culture and introduce other culture to Texans, and it's all about encompassing all that's out there. And with a format like this, it makes it so much easier to do that because you're not just sitting there focusing on one topic. It's so broad that this is what happens in Texas. You go to a bar, you all sit there and talk. This is what happens, and this is how you find out about people culturally, the real thing, not the stereotypes, not the stuff you see on TV. This is it.
I'm glad you brought that up because what a great setting the Horny Toad is to be able to do something like this. I mean, this is a pretty delicious slice of Texas right here.
It
in these
is,
four walls.
but see, even if you just took this venue and how it works and what it looks like and what it represents, even that would not work if it weren't for Owen and Sandy and who they are as people, the owners of the place, because of the relationship we have with them and the way they let us work, and just if that relationship wasn't in place, this wouldn't work either.
Right.
Even if this place was pretty much like it is, it's a very specific thing we got going on here that I value, and I think at least a handful of other people do as well.
Yeah, they do.
I know the guys online. I mean,
they do.
Yeah.
You guys y'all seem to be getting it, and just the thing is that we got to have a good time and be patient, and we're inviting people along the way, and hopefully other people will be able to enjoy it with us.
Well, you'll find the sweet spot
at some point. Yeah, I mean,
let me take it back. The audience will find it at some point.
I think I see some of the stuff that people like, and we want to try to make sure we keep that in there.
Right.
And today, when you talk about slice of our culture, I mean, the kids down the end of the street washing cars to raise money to go to camp, that's a thing. It is around here.
It is.
So,
I mean,
football.
And football.
And, football. Yeah.
Yeah. And football.
Well, because you don't see that anywhere else, at least anywhere else I've been, and I've been stationed all over the dang world, and you can't find any other place where, now they will talk about other sports, soccer and
sure.
whatnot, but in Texas, I mean, I remember growing up with the cliche, we would go to the barber shop, and everybody would sit around in the barber shop getting their haircut, and you'd discuss the upcoming, football year, and just like this. I mean, it was something I didn't realize how much I missed it until, the show's kind of bringing it back. And I'm remembering, my childhood and how it was and how much people were into it. It's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I am glad. That makes me happy.
Have you watched any of the Destined for Greatness stuff?
I'm sorry, say again, cutting out.
the six-man football, Destined for Greatness, we put up a show with Barry as the storyteller.
TexasBigStar.tv is our overview website that kind of talks about the idea of TexasBigStar.tv. If you've not checked that out, you need to go look at it. But if you look at that website, it talks about our different projects, and one of them you will find is a Texas State emblem with a coyote or coyote.
That's proper.
Yeah,
Coyote. Yeah.
coyote. Coyote, blue and white on the front of it, and it says Destined for Greatness. And that is a 10-video series that we did last fall with this guy right here. And if you have a hankering for Texas football, there you go.
There you go.
Because there's lots of it, and if you watch it from beginning to end, you get to follow some really good people do what they wanted to do, and it's fun. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
You know, you need to like Barry.
Yeah, well, that'll limit the viewership just right there.
No.
That one fell swoop. No, it was. Yeah, there's a lot of. There's probably way too much of me.
No. It's just the right amount of you.
But I mean, I don't know. We couldn't have done it any other way. Probably.
The thing is, we did it on no budget,
right?
And we had. It kind of came together so quickly that we had to come up with a plan that allowed us to replicate and make sense of the series. And given our limited ability to go to everything we needed to go to, we told the story through the eye. I almost said the eyes of.
There you go.
The eye of Barry, who is. There is no one more in tune with and care more. There are other people that care as much as,
yes,
but not more than Barry about the Coyotes and how they're doing. And he's got some good history with it. So we just kind of, I decided that that's the way we're going to tell the whole story is let Barry tell you.
Well, I mean, it was literally a week before the season started, right? That you called me up?
Yeah.
And so, we were doing it on the fly, but it turned out far better than I could have imagined because of the masterful spin that you guys put on it. I mean, I was.
There wasn't a lot of spin, dude.
Well,
it was just capturing it.
I mean, but the editing of it and the feel of it. I mean, some of that playoff footage is just
pretty good stuff.
Oh, it's fabulous.
Well, the other thing about it, though, is that it was challenging from a technical editing standpoint is when you have limited money, you can't be everywhere. So you have to work with the footage you're given, shoot what you can. We shot a lot of you in the studio because we had control over that to some degree, even though that was scheduling challenge. But the thing that was real interesting is that you've got a story that you want to tell, and it ended up being 10 episodes. Originally, we were thinking it would be closer to 16 or something like that. But in retrospect, I'm not sure how that would have worked because the story was the same.
Yes.
Richland Springs shows up and destroys the other team. Richland Springs shows up and destroys the other team. I mean, it's kind of repetitive.
It very much so. But I think we covered enough different aspects about small town Texas.
Yeah, we did that.
And,
I think 10 was a good number.
I do too.
So it worked out. So, Tex, if you haven't seen that, you need to go watch it. And I would, if you got time, I'd start with the first one and just watch it chronologically. They're out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's called Destined for Greatness.
I've looked at. In fact, I posted it there so everybody can go check it out.
All right, good.
And I've looked through them. I've seen it, but I haven't actually watched all the episodes. I'm getting to it. I'm catching up on all the past stuff because there's a lot of it out there. If you go to TexasBigStar.tv, there's a lot of episodes of different stuff out there y'all can check out, and it's amazing. There's some great stuff on there.
Well,
it's pretty good.
Thank you for that, and I really appreciate it. And the thing is that you might want to. A lot of people don't get this. The TexasBigStar.tv is actually a website that we point people to because it's kind of an overview of who we are and has a what is this, and it points to the different properties. But if you're actually interested in what we're doing on a regular basis, and I apologize because right now we're way behind, and just because it's been busy, but generally speaking, the goal is you go to TexasBigStar.com, and that's kind of our ongoing production blog of just stuff we're doing. So the thing is if you're interested in our team and the effort and the ongoing production, go to TexasBigStar.com. But if you're just pointing somebody to it for the very, very first time ever, we use .tv, and it's kind of an overview. So that is something that some people may not be aware of. So I'm assuming that Brian Barrett is done with whatever he was doing. You've got a pilot's license, right? You did. You did have a pilot's license.
I think theoretically you still do. It's just not current. And if the FAR-AIM, Federal Aviation Regulation Airman Instructional Manual, squashed down to FAR-AIM because the other title, the government title as it was, wouldn't fit on a book. Go figure. They call it a FAR-AIM. Anyway, you have to shoot 3 takeoffs and landings, maybe 3 during the day and 3 at night to become current. That's an old rule, and it may have changed. It changes every year, but there you have it.
So you are an ex-pilot, and you could be current if you did.
I could be current.
You could be current.
Yeah. First of all, I have to find my logbook.
So I'm
and then go
it's
to
not that big of a stretch since you actually do fly planes.
Yeah.
But where I was going with this is I thought I would ask if you would land this thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So does that mean you're going to fly the plane that Trump donates to the show to pick up all the guests?
Oh, most definitely. And here, with that said, here's a funny story, and it'll be interesting too. Years ago, when I was getting my private pilot's license, my instructor, who went on to fly for American Airlines, fascinating guy, I liked him a lot. His name was Ken Hoke, as in the hokey pokey, Hoke. I was getting my private license, and he goes, John Travolta is a pilot too. I go, really? He goes, yeah. He's big into flying lately, and he's gotten his license. He says he has the same kind of license as you're about to get. And the one I was about to get was just a single engine land, meaning I could take a single engine prop plane. Well, actually, it was a single engine land rating, which means I had to fly away from clouds, and I couldn't go above a certain altitude. I couldn't go above 11,000 or 12,000 feet because that was my rating, and you work on these ratings. Well, he was a popular star. The first thing he went out and bought to take his lessons in was a Learjet. Right. I would too if I had that. But the great thing about Learjets is they're fast because they go up fast. They go way up to 35,000 feet or so and come back down. A pressurized cabin. But he had a Learjet and couldn't go above 11,000 feet, 12,000 feet, and he had to avoid clouds and couldn't go over the ocean. Until he got to the next rating. So for a few months, he had to do the same thing as anybody with an ultralight had to do. With his Learjet, he had to avoid. So, not sure how I went there, but there we went.
I have a guess for you about talking about a ride coming up. And so I'm going to introduce you. Say hi.
Wonderful.
Why don't you slide over
Okay.
here? Why don't you slide in right here? Everybody introduce each other.
Hi there. What's your name?
Sarah Stringfellow.
Sarah. Brian Barrett.
Brian, nice to meet you.
This is
Barry,
Barry.
good to meet you.
Sarah, where are you from?
I am from right down the road in Iredell.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We know where that's at. We know where that's at.
Yeah. We live on a ranch called Bali High.
Bali High. B-A-L-I?
Yes.
As in Bali, but pronounced Bali.
Correct. H-A-I, Bali High.
H-A-I.
It's a paradise state of mind.
Okay. I'm with you. So what brings you to the Toad today?
Well, today, myself, a couple of my girlfriends, and a couple of guy friends, we've been on a photo shoot locally, Cranfills Gap, Iredell, taking pictures to help promote a bike rally that's going on in Walnut Springs at the end of June, end of this month, on the weekend of the 24th. That'll be benefiting the volunteer fire department in Walnut Springs. So we're really looking forward to that.
So that's going on next month?
No,
End of July?
End of June.
End of June.
Yeah,
End
the
of
weekend
June.
of June 24th.
Okay, sure. And that's going to be from here going to how many places?
So it's not a poker run.
Right.
It's a rally, so it'll be at one spot.
One spot.
Everybody's
And it's all here.
converging on the Tailgate Ranch in Walnut Springs.
Tailgate Ranch. Okay, in Walnut Springs.
If you go to Meridian,
Right
and then
across
hop
the
over
way
to
here.
Walnut on your way to
Right,
Glen
right.
Rose. Yeah.
Tailgate Ranch, that's where it's going on.
Correct.
So you're just out drumming up a bit of support for that to let folks know about the cause. Tell us about the cause one more time, and is there a place that folks can go to visit that, a Facebook page or something?
Yeah, if they go on Facebook, they can go to Tailgate Ranch or Texas Backroads Rally.
Texas Backroads Rally or Tailgate Ranch.
Correct.
To find out more info about that and everything that it's going to support. That's wonderful.
And volunteer fire department.
It'll be
in
benefiting the
Walnut Springs.
the volunteer fire department in Walnut Springs, and we've got a lot of local bands that'll be out. So I mean, it's really helping the local folks. You know, these guys are hometown guys that are out busting their butts. You know, trying to make a living by picking and grinning. So I think we got 7 different musicians on Saturday that day.
Wow.
How many?
7.
Oh, you know he's a musician.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
I've been in and out of the business for a long time, and I used to work at Blackie's Bait Shop in Walnut Springs and the Rattlesnake Ballroom, so I've gotten to know a lot of the bands in the area, and a lot of them are playing that night. I'm real excited.
That's great. Well, thank you for dropping in and letting us know about that.
It's good to meet you guys.
Nice to meet
Thank
too.
you. Y'all have a good one.
See ya. Yeah, there's lots of bike tours that go on and fundraisers for things happening all the time here. You never know who's going to drop in.
What really happens at a rally?
Well, the bikes and the bikers get together and they rally. They rally support for the cause, making people aware of it. And after that, they talk about the rally.
Yes.
You know, it's
Hang out.
Just hang
with your crew.
Yeah, you hang out.
Roll down the road.
I was just kind of curious.
You roll down the road a little bit, to get there, and then you. Everyone kind of talks about their bikes, and there's music. It's like a party. It's a party.
deal.
Rolling
it is
party.
A deal. It is a roll in, have a good time, support a good cause, meet people, meet new friends, meet old friends.
So you really could have any kind of rally. I mean, you could doesn't have to be bikers. It could be just about anything. Right?
It could be, but here's what I'm looking at doing. I'm going to go ahead and do a little ad right here. We're going to extract this a little bit later, Jake, okay? So what I think we should do is I'm going to try to figure out which of the best publications, websites, whatever, with the bike groups, the clubs, the gatherings, the whatever in the Texas area. They come here pretty regularly. I mean, you see them roll into town.
Sure. Every time I'm here, there's a group of bikers.
Yeah, so 10, 15, 20,
biker-friendly place.
they roll into
Toad's
town.
awesome.
They're all together. They know each other. And thing is that we want to start doing like a standing invitation to create a channel where if they have a cause or they have something they're interested in, to know that they can contact us beforehand, and knowing a certain Saturday, they know they're coming to be on the show and talk about stuff, so they don't have to just like do it on the spot,
right?
And like make this a destination. You know, Owen and Sandy love that anyhow.
Yeah.
But I think what we're going to do is try to make that as easy as possible, so in the future, some crew out of Houston, like, hey, we're going to the Toad, we're going on this day, and Billy Bob is going to be on that show because everybody needs to know Billy Bob, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so we want to try to figure out a way to make that as easy as possible, because it's fun. It's good to know what's going on and say hi to people.
Oh yeah.
So, what do you think? That should work,
That's a
right?
great idea.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
So.
Great idea.
All right, back in pilot mode.
Back in pilot mode, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Please bring your seat backs up to the full right position. Stow your tray tables and stow your stowables in a properly government-certified stowable stowing device and or container and receptacle. It's been a pleasure being with you this morning, now afternoon. We're on a long final right here at Cranfills Gap. Runway 36 right will be our destination. And if I don't see you next time, come back and join us right here at Air, Texas Big Star. Signing off, and for our co-pilot, Dr. Barry Fikes, and our first engineer, producer, marvelous Matt Wallace, and all the crew that we won't have on camera ever again.
Does that mean Tex and Hush here in the back?
And for our flight attendants, Hushy and Tex.
Hushy and Tex.
It's been a pleasure working with you, and if you have any special needs that you may require in exiting this particular aircraft, make sure and contact them via their Twitch channel addresses and such. Once again, thank you for flying Air Texas Big Star. Good day.
Hey, Steph, thanks for the follow. She finally followed us. That's awesome.
Thanks, guys. That was fun. Thank you.
Woo!